Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Night here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
Ken.
Kyle.
All right, tonight, bringing coin back to the table, we got Vijayanagara. It has other stuff. The Deccan Empires of the medieval India, 1290 to 1398. Now, this one's designed by four folks. So we got Corey Graham, Matthew Johnson, who's in chat. Hi, Matthew. Amon Matthews and Savory. I've practiced this so many times. Severio Spagnoli. So, and published by GMT. This is your copy of the game,
This is my
right?
copy.
Yeah. So, big thanks to Kyle for providing us.
It's about time.
with the game.
I love this one. I'm a big fan of this one.
So, what is tonight? So, it's ICS. Let's go and talk a little bit about it. First off, if you are new to the coin system, originally designed by Volko Ruhnke, it's a counterinsurgency game. So whether that's Cuba Libre, which we've done, whether that's Liberty or Death, Fire in the Lake, whatever. There's a
full breadth of history.
Right. The ICS system has taken that, and it's a riff on the coin system, I think is a good way to put it, right? Mm-hmm. So it takes some of the hallmark things that are the coin system and then breaks it out to the Irregular Conflicts series. Or system series. Whatever.
Series.
Thank you. Cross Bronx Expressway is going to be the third. Guest of Robin Hood is the second. This was the first, right? So, yeah. It's quick. Relatively speaking, like for heavy cardboard, this is quick. The stream total will probably take us 2.5 hours tonight, I think, thereabouts, including a teach. But I put that in air quotes because I already taught y'all how to play the coin system. I'm going to give you all an overview tonight and kind of a refresh of a little bit of coin stuff and things that I think make the coin system the coin system. And then from there, we're going to play the game and then explain the rest while we go. Because I've already taught the coin system. So, fellas, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Very much so.
All right. Let's go and just break this out. All right. So, Vijayanagara. It's a 3-player game. We have the Delhi Sultanate. The bad guys, boo, hiss, boo. Hey. We have the Bahmani Kingdom. Bad guys, boo, hiss, boo. And then we have the Vijayanagara Empire. Yay, boo, good guys. All right. So what do I think makes a coin system or a coin game a coin game? Effectively, I guess you could argue it's more than this, but it's really 3 things. It's got a map broken up into different areas or different regions or whatnot. The second thing is it has a deck of cards that have various factions and an order of which the factions go, and then the event card, which you can use the card for the event or for something else. And finally, the last thing and the key, I think, to a coin game is this down here, which is the sequence of play. So you have, if you are available or eligible here, you're in the eligible box. We're going to flip over a deck of cards one at a time, and in the order that it shows, left or right, take actions. Now, in a regular coin, it is limited to 2 factions. In Vijayanagara, if you're active or eligible, everybody gets to take a turn.
Yep.
Okay? Now, with that said, you have 4 options on your turn. One player can take the command and decree. Command and decree, each of us has a player aid. And so the Bahmani here, the Vijayanagara, the Delhi Sultanate, and then the Mongol stuff, we'll talk about that later. But a command and decree says you can choose 1 from the command side, and you can do 1 of the decree side. You can do them in either order, and you are not limited to a single area out here on the board. You get to do as much as you theoretically can. So that's command and decree. If one player chooses that, nobody else can choose that. Easy enough. The second option is the event or the command. So event, pretty simple. Do whatever that says, whatever is best for you if you want to do the event. In addition to that, it says stay eligible. That's why we have the little votes for women X here. What that means is you can do the event and stay eligible. Normally, you follow the flow left or right, and so you become ineligible on the next turn. But if the event says stay eligible, we're just going to put that there as a little reminder to us that, hey, that one actually goes back this way. Or you can do a command, which is exactly like this, except not as good. It's only the command side. But again, it's not limited to a single location. Whereas the limited command, you can any number of players can choose this. The limited command is you get to do a command, but only in one given location. Easy enough on that. Last option is pass. gain a resource if you are one of the insurgents, if you will, in this game, right? So that being the Bahmani or the Vijayanagara, or if you were the Delhi Sultanate, i.e. the guys who run the show, kind of, they get 3, and both of these you stay eligible. If you are ineligible, you get to watch that round. The end. Okay, so we're going to flip a card over, we're going to look at that card, and we're going to then, in the order that it shows, do actions. Very simple. However, also, one of those hallmarks, that deck of cards, in Vijayanagara, there are 4 sets of 8 cards. So, there's a set of 8, set of 8, set of 8, set of 8. Now, the first set of 8 could also have been the third set of 8. It's not organized from a historical time period aspect. But of those 8 cards, 6 are event cards that look like this. 2 are Mongol invasion cards that look like this. Now, unlike a regular, quote-unquote, coin game, to where those are propaganda phases, the interrupts, if you will, and then check for victory and all that. That is not the case in Vijayanagara. The game is going to go the whole deck. And by the whole deck, again, it's 32 cards. So it's going to go the first 3 sets of 8, which is 24 cards. And then, when the second Temu invades, the second Mongol invasion in the 4th set, the game automatically ends. There is no premature ending in this game. It is strictly whoever has the most points as our little victory markers on that track.
Mine's over here.
For now. Give it time. But whoever has the most points at the end when that second Mongol invasion or the Temu invades, attacks or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a minimum of 26 cards, maximum of 32.
Correct.
All right. Now, the Mongol invasion, that is definitely going to be a special part and part of the MacGuffins of this game. And that has to do with those 3 locations up there. The mountain passes, the Punjab, and Delhi. Those 3, for all intents and purposes, are out of play when it comes to any of the regular faction stuff. Mm-hmm. Our 2 factions, blue and yellow, can never go into those 3 locations. Nope. Whereas all the other locations, all the green locations, are in play. And then obviously we have our little holding boxes as well. We have a couple of influence tracks. These are seesaws usually. So if blue goes up 1, yellow goes down 1, which is bad. We want yellow to go up and blue to go down. As it were, there's also the Sultanate holding box up there, and then we have our resource markers as well. Now, the game is set up as it's set up. Obviously, there's dice for combat, so on and so forth. But honestly, that's pretty much it, because again, I've taught how to play this already with Cuba Libre. Yes, Cuba Libre is an official coin. This is an ICS. It's a coin game just with a lot of the chrome ripped out. It's a simplified coin, is what this is. Baby's first coin. We joke about that.
We called it a school night coin.
Yeah, it's a school night coin. It really is. So, with that said, yeah, these are out of play. That deck, we haven't looked at. We don't know what it looks like. So,
we know 1 card that's not in it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And so, neither here nor there. Now, a little bit of upkeep stuff. So, we start with the Khalji Dynasty. I apologize to any Indian watchers out there tonight. I'm going to butcher this. I'm going to leave it to these guys for most of this. I try. But anyway, the Rebel Command, i.e. the blue and yellow player, me and Ken, is forbidden. We cannot take the rebel or rebel action or
command.
What does that mean? The rebel right here, we are not allowed to choose that until the first 8 cards are gone.
Yeah, which basically. There is a reminder card in there. We'll do some intermediate steps and stuff, but then we flip to the Tuglocks, and they're a little weaker. They had less control, so now you guys can actually start kicking off down in
so
the
deck. So the first 6 actions for us are ramping up,
yep,
getting prepared,
right,
to
And it's important to note,
Fighting each other, wasting resources.
this is not a 2v.
Interesting.
It is not a 2v1 game. So it is not blue and yellow versus the black and gray.
It's actually a 3v1 game. It's blue, yellow, and red. versus-
Fair. No. It's going to feel like it for the Sultanate at times, but we don't care. That's fine. A couple other
That's what
things.
happens when you start with 18 points and the other people start with 0.
It goes
There you
down-
go.
It goes down so fast.
So, resource markers, that's where it starts. And then, there are the cubes effectively are troops. And the only ones that have cubes is the Sultanate. The hexes are...
For me, it is governors. For Ken, it is amirs. And for you, it is rajas.
There you go. That's enough to get started. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let me bring up the cameras and let's rock and roll.
Let me,
So-
let me see that out of play event card. I'll add it to the stack just
Sure.
in case.
The other Mongol one too.
Okay.
There's no reference to those, but we might have the card that lets us.
Just for purposes of.
There we go.
You know what? I want them separated. I think it's be good for them.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right, cool. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's rock and roll. All right, so here we go. Again, we don't know. Kyle set the deck up, so be leery of that. But within each set of 8, there are 4 sets of 8 cards. 2 Mongol invasions, and then we don't know what the other.
Which
events
they're
are.
not-
6 events of some kind.
And they're not seeded. The Mongol invasions are not seeded. 3 down. We have some. This could be 2 Mongol invasions in a row in here.
Yeah, and then rock and roll. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. So, all right, here we go. So I will attempt.
Oh, it's an
the
elephant.
The Rideshare Doab.
Yep.
So repeat. Okay, first off, notice that it doesn't say stay eligible. So if you take the event, you do not stay eligible. It would say so right there. It says repeated raids over fertile lands. Blue and yellow, and I'm just going to, for simplicity's sake, may free migrate, that is a command, into a space adjacent to Vijayanagara. Vijayanagara is right there. So that spot adjacent to that means there, or there. Easy enough. May free migrate into a space, then remove 1 opposing unit and attack there for free. Now you are allowed to attack. You cannot rebel right now. And by you, I mean blue and yellow. However, the ugly Delhi Sultanate here says massive casualties in both kingdoms. The Kyle may remove up to 1 fort, and a fort is the round disc for blue, and 1 temple, which is the round disc for yellow, adjacent to Vijayanagara, and each of those factions loses
An influence.
1 influence. But we both currently have 0 influence, so and neither of us has a fort, or a fort or temple, which again, fort, temple, and those are
Casbahs.
Rockham. Okay, so
Sharif don't like it.
that said, we go in that order, so it
Yep.
probably behooves us, if we don't do the event, to make sure that we're not putting out forts / temples. So,
Right.
all right, there we
Well,
go.
So the way I'm thinking about this is, so many of these events are stay eligible events. This one is not.
Fact.
Correct.
So I think it's going to hold a lot less appeal for Kyle than if it was stay eligible. We also are cratered on influence already, which is another big effect of that.
Yeah, unless something drastically changed, it's pretty dead for me.
Yeah.
So even if I put a fort in Maharashtra,
Yep.
I'm still not sure it would totally tempt him to do it. But just to avoid any tempting of him, so I'm gonna do a command and decree.
Ken does a
Okay.
command and decree. Who could have seen it?
So, when he's done, he's going to go ineligible, which means next round, he will not be able to take an action.
Correct.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So now,
You sacrifice
Tempo.
a round of tempo,
Right.
for the power of
the
command
taking a
plus
whole
decree.
kit and caboodle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So I am going to do a rally.
Okay. So walk us through what a rally is.
All right. So my rally command is I'm persuading emirs to join the kingdom.
Okay.
So I can do any provinces with a piece with one of my own pieces already.
So that's 4 right there. Okay.
And always Maharashtra, which is my homeland, whether there are my pieces in there or not.
Yep.
So it's interesting. Like, I could hear arguments for not doing this in every area, but my thinking about doing it in all is that I have the pieces to do it.
Yep. You have the money to do it.
And the opportunity cost of not triggering a rally when I have the chance to do it is high.
Yes.
Yep,
right?
I agree.
So I'm going to rally everywhere.
Okay, so it costs 1 resource per
province, basically.
So that's what, these are just markers to say, hey, I'm doing this in each location.
Yep.
So down to 2.
Spend
So I'm
your 4.
1 there, 1 there, and 1 there.
Okay,
and
so that's what a rally does. And to be clear,
always get an extra 1 in Maharashtra. So I'm actually going to get 2 there.
and if you do not have them in your box, you cannot take from one area to put in another. If you don't have, you don't have.
You don't have. And currently I've only got 1 remaining that I could spend.
Okay.
So, and then I get to do a decree.
Right.
And so I could get back 4 resources.
Mm-hmm.
But I think actually
How?
I can take a trade decree.
Thank you.
But I think actually what I'm going to want to do is get one of my forts on the board. Forts are powerful for me in that they reduce my opponent's ability to attack me, and they also allow me to participate in neighboring conflicts with the troops I've got in the forts
On the
province.
offensive, they can't cross the border to join
So
the defense.
they
but-
work well for me on both offense and defense, and they're also points.
Yes.
Right. And so he did the rally. Now he's choosing to build.
choosing to do a
He
decree.
could have done a build and then done the rally, either or. But
100%.
as it is, so wherever he has in a mirror, and again, that's just a blue hex piece. He can just take one of his and put it out there. So
Yep. So I'm going to place in Madhya Pradesh. The ideal place for this first fort is Maharashtra, but like we talked about, Kyle's probably not going to take the event.
But why incentivize him?
Why
to maybe?
incentivize him?
The
to
burden
do
of temptation.
it? Exactly. So,
All right.
and that is my action all done.
All right. So now we go. Oh, wrong one. Apologies. Now we go to the next player. The next player is yours truly. So now I get to choose something. Now, what do I get to choose? I cannot choose the command and decree, which is what I would like to do. I could do the command, but it doesn't feel as good to do half of that.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I could pass, which get a resource, but I think what I will do is a limcom, which is any of my, on the left side, and by any I mean can't be rebel, whatever. I could attack, but not position, so not going to do that. I could migrate, or I could do a limited rally, which is basically in one location.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and rally, and... wait, actually, I thought I had my idea. So it's going to spend a resource, and I get to place 1 Raja if in Karnataka, which is my home, my base of operations.
You always get another one.
Yeah. And I would get another if it were in my control, which one thing we did not mention is how control works in this game. So each of these locations has a value, if you will. So our home locations, both are worth 2. There's a couple others that are worth 2. Most are worth 1. The control markers are these little markers. There are 4 or 5 options. Option 1 is no control.
Neutral.
Option 2 is how everything starts, which is tributary. I'll circle back to that in a minute. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th is everybody's color of flag on that spot. That represents control. So control is, do you have more pieces, a plurality than everybody else? I think that's the right thing, right? To where, like, I have 3, there is nobody else. I have control. I would theoretically have control. Here, it's 1-to-1. Nobody would have control.
Right.
But they all start as tributaries. And what that means is nobody controls them, but Yahoo up here,
That's how I get points.
that's how he gets points.
Which this game does a lot of coins have kind of a two boxes, right? Think of the Cuba Libre board. It's-
Influence and control.
yeah, or the resistance and opposition and
Right.
stuff.
This has one,
One.
which is that. Which right now, during the first 8 cards, none of us, we're not going to be able to rebel,
gonna
which
change.
means control doesn't change.
Yep.
So control doesn't come into play in the first quarter of the game.
Speaking of points, I think I should have one.
You should have 1 point because you put a fort on the board.
Right. So, and some people like keeping track of the points as the game goes on. Some don't bother. Use it.
Pretty easy to figure it out as you go.
It's for the two of you.
It's very easy to forget.
Yeah.
So follow it. Use it as a guide. It's not possible because we may have forgotten to move it.
Me sitting up here, probably any turn when I don't have eligibility, I'll probably just check things. So you might on occasion see a marker move when nothing's kind of happening.
Right.
I'll probably do my best to say, check the scores, Ken, you were off by 1, I moved you down. But it's, for me, it's things that are tributary, their prosperity value summed up. 18 is the total, and I have 18. You guys, it is controlled prosperity once you can rebel, how much influence you have, and then structures. You sum all those things up, and that's your points. So Ken is currently at 1.
All right. So that said, I will go ahead and rally down here in Karnataka. So that's going to cost me 1 influence. So I'm sorry, 1 resource. So I drop from 7 to 6. So here, just to be a visual cue there.
Yep.
And I'm going to get 1 for being able to, because I have a presence there. I get 1 more because it's Karnataka, i.e. it is my home. And I would get 1 more if there was a temple there, and I would get 1 more if I had control. I have neither of those, so that's it. I'm done. So now, obviously, by default, we can tell which player hasn't gone. Well, okay, obviously the Sultanate hasn't, but that shows it. So now the Sultanate chooses... he cannot. So he could do the event.
Yeah, the event is dead. I could pass, which for me is 3 resources, but I think I'll also do a limited command, which...
And you could do a full command.
I could do a full command.
If you chose.
I am choosing to do
I think that would be a stellar choice.
Your valued opinions are noted.
Both of them would be ineligible.
Yeah.
The court clerks have noted your opinion.
Okay, thank you. That's all I want. All right.
I'm going to do limited command. I'm going to do my version of the rally, which is called conscript, which I think is far more forceful and really leans itself. Anyway, for me, it cost me 1 resource. I'm only doing it in 1 space. I'm going to do it in Delhi, which I get 5 cubes if Delhi. So,
right. Which is your version of like our homeland space.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
of course, because we're
you're the upstarts.
Yeah, what's irregular?
Yes.
Because we're regular forces, you just have a lot more troops.
Yeah, I have a standing army, which I need to both deploy to the subcontinent at large, as well as deal with the Mongols, who are
coming. They're
soon
coming.
To a theater near you.
So that's it. We're done. So that goes to ineligible.
Yep.
These 2 come back to eligible. This card can just, honestly, we'll just stack these up so y'all can follow them there. And then that's it. That's 1 of 32, 26 to 32, we said, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right. Musunuri Nayakas. Warrior kings rise in the shadow of the, Kakadia Empire.
Nice.
So the rebels gain 2 cavalry. We have not talked about the cavalry yet. The cavalry are these little markers. Those allow you to adjust dice.
In combat.
Just know that, in combat. And may remove up to 4 Sultanate pieces adjacent to Warrangal.
Warrangal is here.
So 4, that would be 2, 3, because those are the only 3.
4.
Oh, 4, a 4. That's something you could do.
It is not a standard.
Well, I'm ineligible, so.
Oh, bummer.
So it's not something I could do.
So the
It
other
is, however,
side,
something you could do.
it is. Telugu warriors, no match for siege technology from Central Asia. The Sultanate gains 2 cavalry and may place a Kasbah up to 4 troops and execute a free limited attack adjacent to Warrangal.
I can't attack right now because you guys aren't in open rebellion, but that would be free pieces on the board, and I love me some horses.
Yeah, you need horses.
I desperately need horses. Things we learned from the pre-play and my other experiences of this game.
Okay. So, I don't think the event's that great. I mean, it's fine for me. I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's definitely not bad.
It's not bad, but you know what's better?
Command plus decree.
Command and decree is
Hard
just
to
better.
argue, yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. All right. So I think I go ahead and rally again, and so that would be a total of 3 resources, and then I could basically do what Ken did. and put out a temple. The other option, let me go through my options here. No, I'm not going to compel. Taxing gains extra resources. And again, migrating, tempting, but I think I have the pieces available. I want to go ahead and get the stuff out.
Yeah.
And then spread.
And
your
your tax base is reliant on control, so it's a bad action for you right now.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and rally and I think build. So rally, it's going to be, it does not matter the different colors, but again, I'll choose the 3 locations where I can. That's going to be 3 resources down. And again, I'm going to get 2 in Karnataka. I'm going to get 1 everywhere else.
Yep.
Done. So that is my rally, DUN. And so the tax is gain resources equal to the total number of controlled locations. I control none. Because again, until the first quarter of the game, doesn't matter. So I think we go ahead and throw a temple out. Now, this says, can place a Casbah up to 4 troops and execute a free limited attack adjacent to Warringal. I would like to put it in.
I cannot
You
attack.
can't attack.
I can't
'cause we're
attack you
beating
right
right
now.
now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the flip side of you two can't rebel.
You can't.
You are
knock us
obedient to
down.
this alternate. I'm not going to attack you for no reason.
Huh.
Now, once the flip side of that is in the future, once one
That's a
guy
good
is
point.
face up and rebelling, I have a way
Yes.
in the door.
Yeah,
I can
that's
get to
the right.
everybody.
So that said, I think we will go ahead and throw that into Andra.
Which stacking limit for structures is 1 of each of ours, not
Right.
3 any, 1 of each. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Also, that's 4 of my pieces versus 2 of his pieces when that time
I
comes.
was about to say you still pay your taxes though.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Good.
So there we go. That is me, DUN done, and Kyle. The only other eligible, what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I am going to take another limited command.
I was gonna say that was a question in my mind whether the event is strong enough.
No, because there's no if I could attack, absolutely.
Because you're
I-
losing basically half of what that event allows
The other
you
thing
to do.
is, like, I felt good about doing this last time because I felt pretty sure you guys were both going to be eligible.
Right.
I think the worst case scenario is when only one opponent is eligible for the
Yeah,
round.
and you get an event that is very good for them, but they're last in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My limited command, I think I'm going to do one of my new ones. I'm going to do my govern command.
Okay.
Which,
So you walk us through it, but that is the third option. there.
exercise sovereign authority.
Okay.
In locations I can choose anywhere that's tributary, and in the future any place I control, any Mongol invasion region, or Delhi.
Okay. So basically, you can choose the whole board right now.
Right now, everything's on offer.
Yep.
For one resource, I can place a governor, which is my limited supply of hex pieces.
Yep.
Who they're always face up, but they trigger some of my other more powerful kind of strategic actions. Or if the space already has a governor, I may instead place a Casbah, and or remove up to 2 obedient pieces. So currently I can't do that last bit because I couldn't get a governor somewhere and remove some pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am going to be, I think, placing a governor. I'm just deciding where I want to do that.
And here, just so you don't forget, we'll go ahead.
Yeah, I
Drop
was
that
gonna
down.
do it after I decided.
No worries.
Where do I want to get a Casbah out? I actually think I'm going to get a Casbah out into Malva. So I spent my 1. I'm going to place a governor, or if the space already contains a governor, it does. I place one of my structures, which are the Casbahs. They do similar thing. They let me support offensive actions in adjacent spaces, as well as give me pieces of control later in the game.
Yep.
Okay. So done. Back. They're eligible. I get to watch and just run the camera.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. So third.
Yeah, watch, it's going to be your Mongol invasion card.
Which, if it is, I still get to do it.
Yep.
But we'll talk more when we get there.
No, it's
it
his
it is
Mongol.
not. Now,
His Mongol.
a couple of things. Let me run through. We'll go through this. Let's try that again. Huh. Weird. A moment.
There you go.
There we go. The alliance offered to either blue or yellow. It will always be that.
Yep.
It's one or the other. There are an even number of these. However, there are a number that are out of play. We don't know there could be an unequal number of there could be majority blue, majority yellow. We don't, or it could be even. We don't know how it is. All we know is this one is blue. So blue gets to make all the decisions. They get to carry out 2 Mongol commands. And then if they have the influence, which, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if blue has influence, at least one or more, he does not, so it's moot. He can sacrifice 1 influence to gain 2 resources and 2 cavalry. Yep. But as it is, it's moot. So all that's going to happen is blue is going to choose 2 of those 3 things. Yep. So it's entirely up to blue's choice.
It can be 2 of the same, 2 of not.
Yep.
Right.
What do you think?
Christopher?
Well, so
you were missed.
There's 3 actions.
Yes.
And only one of them is actually possible with my first action, because there aren't any Mongols currently anywhere.
Yes.
So I have to do an amass.
Which, run us through it.
I place 3 Mongol invaders from available into mountain passes.
Done.
And then if there are more than 4, they would cascade down, but there aren't, so they just stay where they are.
Okay, that's 1 action done. Action number 2.
So I have choice here now.
Yes.
I could try to cost Kyle some resources by attacking in the mountain passes.
Which is the 3rd option, attack and plunder.
Yep. I don't think advance makes sense. I with bigger numbers later on, maybe it would make sense to move them into Delhi, right? But I don't think it makes sense right now. And so either attack and cost him maybe a resource or 2, or amass again. And I think amass is the right thing to do. So we're going to add 3 more.
So
it's
3
above
of them.
4?
Now more than 4, so 2 of them are going to
cascade down to the Punjab.
So they have a weird stacking limit, basically of 4 as a result of amass. There are other ways that more than that could be in one space. But
correct.
As part of the amass action, they cascade.
That's right.
Cascade down toward Delhi as they rampage my countryside.
That's right.
All right.
And then this doesn't change at all.
Right. So that is 1 of the 2. Now, this is sort of, but not really, the propaganda, because the game's not going to end prematurely anything.
It's a tempo
also,
event.
The important thing to note, this does not change. I do not get reset. It just means that we are 1 of the 2.
1/8 of the way through the game as these markers go.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Effectively. So that is done. So we'll go ahead and move that off there. Next one. There we go.
Here we go.
That sucks.
Oh, show me.
All right, Stone Temple Chariots. By the way, that was the hold picture that I used before I had graphics ready for tonight's stream. That's the picture, legitimately, of that Stone Chariot. Anyway, it is a stay eligible, so we will use the little X there. And as you can see, it usually benefits whoever's first there, I think. That's me. I'm ineligible. Sad. But chariots carry representations Puranic Hindu gods. So yellow may free migrate in up to 2 locations for placing a unit with a Raja in one of them. Oh, that hurts me. So it can't do that. The other one is the other guys can place up to 2 units in each province with a temple, which the only place with a temple is Andhra. Mm-hmm. So there you go. So yellow's ineligible, so it goes gray and then blue.
Okay,
or black, but you get the idea.
I think I'm going to give it the full commanded decree, please. I don't think getting 2 units into Andhra. We still got 4 cards in this deck. You're not going to take it from me anytime soon. I have time to get down there and put down the rebels.
Hard argue.
What we are a loyal faction down here.
In our pre-play and discussing the game, you can fall into the trap of always taking events or like trying to pace yourself to stay eligible to get a bombshell event, because the events in this game are really quite strong, especially with the stay eligible.
Events are candy.
But here's the thing, when we found it in the pre-play, is that Command and Decree doing the most you can do, your faction's stuff, is really good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a Command and Decree. I'm going to start with the Decree, which I'm going to do Collect Tribute.
Okay, so that is...
Claim resources and assets from my tributaries. The taxman cometh.
Okay, right.
So I'm going to gain resources equal to half the total tributary prosperity, which is currently my victory point, so 18. So I'm going to get 9. So I go to 19 resources.
Somebody's learned. Yep.
If it was an odd number, it would round down, round against me. And I also get 2 more horses.
And there are a total of 10 horses in the world.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, unlike previously, where if you need to place, an Emir or Raja, and
you
it's
don't
not
have
there, you
it.
can't. If you were to need to gain a horse and there's none in the supply,
Gimme.
there's only 10 horses in the world, and they just keep running around.
So thematically, the game explains it's because it represents you sort of improving your technology in a way that makes the opponent less effective.
Yeah, they still have those horses, but
Makes sense.
your horses are cooler.
better,
They have
yeah.
spinning rims and flashing lights and stuff.
Exactly.
So,
Scott Whalen from Stone Temple Chariots. I appreciate that, no one. Loving it. All right.
so that was my decree.
That was
Denver,
that was
out of the
that
way.
was just the in theory the weaker of the two actions.
In theory. I think I am going to... I'm very tempted to attack here, and only do it in the one place. I don't know if attacking here would necessarily really go for me. I have some horses, but the way the combat works, it'd be 1 in 3 shot of hitting, and
And the Mongols are surprisingly
Resilient?
they're surprisingly nasty because
Yeah.
they always work towards that one.
Hold on. Surprising? No, I don't
So-
think it's surprising. I think they're just nasty.
Yeah.
Mongol invasion's no joke.
Yeah.
so I don't necessarily think I want them to be able to build up 4 here. So unfortunately, I'm going to do a command. My command is going to be attack,
Okay.
but I'm only going to attack in Punjab.
All right.
I could here, but they're just very likely to get 1 or 2 hits back on me, which would
You don't like it.
be,
So
poor,
you're scared.
be poor.
You're scared.
Oh, I am terrified.
All right. So
Cost you 1 money.
Yeah,
doing it again. We're not going to always use these, but for the first time through these. So
It does cost me a resource, which I've spent.
it's an attack into Punjab.
Yep.
Run us through it.
So, attack. Remove rebelling opposition and confront invaders.
Yep.
I'm doing the latter. Location, space with at least 1 rebelling unit or a lone fort temple or Mongol invaders.
Yep.
Procedure, spend a resource. Choose a faction in a location with at least 1 rebelling unit or a lone fort or temple. So I can't attack you guys until you start rebelling.
Right.
Or you leave your structures undefended when I just walk in and I take your stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the Mongol invaders to attack. All of my units in the location must attack. Up to 2 of my units may support from 1 space adjacent with a Casbah. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. The way attacking works, which it's not written in the procedure, it's always 4 dice for the attacker, the red, 2 dice for the defender, with the exception if you are attacking the Bahmani and they have a fort, or the Mongols are attacking Delhi. In that case, it's only 3 dice for the offense.
Yep.
Number of dice doesn't change. What changes is the target number. I, as the attacker, want to roll equal to or under my number of cubes. So the more
You have 4.
4. And the defender, similarly, I'm going to roll their dice, or Ken can roll their dice. In this case, he had the last Turkic alliance, so we'll let Ken roll
there
it.
you go.
If they roll a 2 or less, they deal hits back to me. If I roll 4 or less, I deal hits to them.
There you go.
Yep.
So,
Roll some bones.
and then we'll walk through how the horses work.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
everything. So,
All right. So the attacker hit on 3 currently because of 4-4-1. The defender hits on 1
Yep.
because below a 2.
so 1s are effectively critical hits. They cannot be modified or screened or anything, which...
Yep.
So in that case, we're going to do
That.
that.
So now we have the opportunity to spend cavalry.
Right.
As the attacker, I can reduce a die roll by 1
Per cavalry.
per cavalry. So in theory, I could turn down that 5 to a 4 and get
Yeah.
4 hits, but they only have
2 dudes.
2 dudes. So I could also spend it to screen. If I spend a horse to screen, I would flip it to its screen side, and I'd put it on top of a die that's hitting.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, 1s cannot
Can't
be
be
screened.
screened.
That is a critical charge. They're
Right.
going to do 1 to me, and this 4 is not a hit.
So
I'm not going to spend any cavalry.
okay.
Okay.
The Mongols always have a recurring cavalry
They-
because
They are the
Mongols.
horse guys.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they will always spend this to try to make a 1 if they can, and then if they can't do that, they'll try to make a hit. They never use it to screen. They
Right.
are an offensive faction.
That's
There
right.
In this case, sure, they turn the 4 down to a 3. It's
it's still
not
a
hit.
miss.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that
This doesn't
is-
go away. Also, they always
Right.
have that. So
Right.
I deal 3 hits to them. They deal 1 hit to me.
Yep.
very simple. Those go home, and that goes home.
Not
Done.
bad, right? That's pretty much what you wanted to happen
That
there.
is about exactly what I wanted to have. I don't mind losing the guy. I
Yeah.
reckon I was going to, but
I mean,
You
you're
have a
not the
lot-
one who
you have
has
a
to write the letter.
A lot of troops to
yeah,
work with,
I need
so.
I need another turn of a big turn to do my campaign degree, which lets me make a daisy chain of guys out to
Yeah.
really kind of spread out here. But if the next card is the Mongols again, another amass puts you down in Delhi, has 4 guys here, and me getting attacked in Punjab is very bad.
Yep.
So that's me. That's what I do. I decree to get some cash, and then I'm going to go and sweep up the Mongol vanguard.
Yep.
All right. So, Ken.
I had several options here, so I could pass.
You have 3, actually.
Yeah, not gonna do that. Do a limited command. I don't have a lot of exciting limited command options, so even though this is not a great action for me, because it's a stay eligible event, I'm
Yep.
gonna take the event.
Okay.
Might as well.
So, again, we'll just go ahead and bring that
Yep.
down so I don't have to move it around. You can place up to 2 units wherever there's a temple.
Yep.
Oh, the only temple on the board is right there. He gets
Yep.
to place 2 units.
And obviously, importantly, forts are not units, so I'd love to place a fort there. Can't do that.
Nope. But you do get to place your last.
Yeah, and
Amir.
now, again, he only has 1. So he only gets to place 1.
That's
And that matters to me because, again, if nothing changes,
right.
I have 4 units. Combined, they have 3. 4
Yep.
is bigger than 3. I would have control when we get to that point.
Exactly.
So,
That's
all
the
right.
ticket. Yep.
So that is now done.
For now, pay your
That
taxes.
bounces back. That comes over. That goes away. And we'll see what happens with the card.
Yeah.
Okay?
25% chance of Mongol invasion here. So
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
All right. So we have a Hershey's Kiss. Malik Kafur. It is a stay eligible event. It says move all governors on the map to provinces adjacent to Delhi. We get a free limited rebel if we want. Now this does
This breaks
the rule because look, the rule in most games is cards trump any written rules, right? Oh no, we have 2 cards, but the event card trumps.
Yeah.
So therefore this trumps that.
I think there's one other card maybe in the deck that does. It's good we saw it. It's a great example
Yeah,
to show
cool.
that the event will let you do it.
And there's other stuff, we don't care because he's not eligible.
I'm so mad. I would love to have this event. I get to teleport to you, I piss you off, and then I smack you down.
So in that order, there we go.
yeah. Yeah,
Stay eligible as well, which is just... However, the event is, besides the limited rebel, my only governor on the board is adjacent to Delhi. So
That's
you
exciting.
you wouldn't get to reposition me. I decided not to put one out earlier. So
we could definitely move it.
yeah, you could move it to Jaunpur or Rajput.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, I think it's better somewhere else than Malwa, right?
It's an opinion.
I don't hate the event, but I'm going to do the command and decree, I think.
Shum.
Okay.
I think Edward has been talking about rebellion, so I think that's what he's going to do.
Sounds pretty good. I mean, it is a nice event.
Yeah.
But boy, I like those command and decrees. So,
Yep.
all right, so I'm going to do a migrate
Okay.
All right.
in one area.
All right. So you could do it in multiple, but
Yep. So I'm going to do one in here.
okay.
So I can migrate up to 3 emirs from nearby provinces. So I'm going to migrate this guy here.
Not nearby, but adjacent. to be
Adjacent,
clear.
yes.
Okay.
Adjacent, nearby. That's what we say. We say nearby.
Yep. Fair enough.
In the Bahmani King, you guys might call it adjacent. In Vijayanagara.
That's why we're going to war. Right.
Hey, Kevin.
So that cost me 1 resource.
I'd call it in proximity, so we're all at odds.
Yeah. And then I would love to do another one, but since I only have 2 resources, I can really only do it here. So I'm going to spend 1 resource to migrate.
One
Okay.
resource.
And then because I migrated to a territory with Vijayanagara pieces, I can spend a resource to raise my influence.
Which you are going to do, I presume.
It would also lower his influence if he had any, if he doesn't have any. So you're welcome.
That's easy.
So as you advance up the tracks, they're different, but
Yeah.
you unlock new abilities. For Ken, it will improve his trade action.
Yeah.
And when you get to the 2nd level, you'll get a better conspire decree.
Yeah.
Also, you unlock the forces when you reach those spaces that
Right.
have
Which is
the Rajas
more
and
key for
Emirs.
Edward's faction than mine, but
Yeah,
still
you-
matters for both of us.
So there's one important thing here. This is a 2-way street as far as those forces go. What I mean by that is if I were to gain an influence, I get those forces out here.
Yeah.
If I lose that influence, they come ideally from here, or
Yeah.
if not from there, they have to come from somewhere, but they have to go back.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
are
So keep
effectively
that-
mercenaries. Your influence is
Yeah,
brought in.
and
And
then
if you
that-
become less cool, they don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah. So now that I have raised my influence a
Influence.
little bit, I'm going to take the trade action.
Okay.
And so trade says gain resources equal to the number of provinces with a Bahmani piece.
1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5.
Yep. And then,
If his influence.
yep, get a cavalry, or if my influence is high enough, get 2 or maybe 3 if I really go crazy. So I'm getting 2.
On the track, you can on the zoom in, you can see it says trade 2 horses. So
Yep.
enjoy
So it gives me those same options that Kyle had when he was in his battle, and I like to have those.
1/5 of the horses in all of the world.
That's right.
There is that.
Very nice.
All right. So I'm debating. So the Rebel says only available during the Tulak Dynasty, unless locations, provinces with my pieces in the majority.
Which
I don't know, like there, not here now because it's 2 and 2.
But you probably wouldn't have picked that one anyway.
I probably wouldn't have. Remove the tributary marker and flip all Rajas in the location to rebelling.
Angry.
But I,
available to be attacked.
yes, but also,
Available to be attacked. Oh, take control of it. Go ahead. But you're going to do Karnataka because it's 2 points.
of course.
Exactly. Which, again, in the upkeep, you have a temple on the board. You should also be at 1.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good call.
Yep.
And Penn should be at 2 because he got an influence. Again, I'm going to try to keep track
Right,
of it
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm just
right.
sitting up here. But
Yep.
especially with the influence, which, depending on how the actions go, can really bounce.
Yeah.
I might miss it. When we hit the tempo cards that kind of break up the flow of the game, I'll make sure I check. But for now, 1 temple, 1 fort, and 1 influence. Points are set.
I mean, I see no reason to do the event. I mean, okay,
To do it or not do it?
to do it, right? What you think not?
I do what you want.
If you got a good limcom you want to do, that could also
Or
make
if you
sense.
want $1, consider $1.
For what?
If you pass, you get a buck.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
No,
So-
I'm going to give you $1.
Right. Okay. So, rally. I mean, again, I could rally 1 location, whatever. Migrating actually is
Migrating's
valid.
appealing.
I mean, so I could move up to 3 to an adjacent province. Orissa looks good this time of year.
Sure.
But moving out from Karnataka, but
If you move to him, you get to muck about with the influence,
True.
oh, there is that also, isn't there?
which you could maybe, do a little bit of moving, get down in Tamilakhan. You could put another piece down there to get your control, get an influence shift.
Yeah.
Move up through this adjacency. The vertices of cities are adjacent. You can move up here to Gondwana. Just get a piece, maybe not control, but hey, another influence shift.
Yeah.
There is that, which then it frees up a rally for me.
Or you
Yeah.
commit all of your forces to Maharashtra, and you two die killing each other.
That is
It
Sounds
is an
like-
option,
consider
but
if you will.
probably.
sounds like a possibility.
Oh, actually, that migrate. The only problem is I only have 3 resources,
And you
and
need 2 to move and shift.
yeah. So you know what? I think we will just go ahead and do the event, since it's a stay eligible.
Yeah.
And it saves
free.
me.
It's a free
it
action.
literally, and it doesn't cost. Yeah, I don't see the downside.
The points
but we'll
don't
see.
necessarily matter right now because obviously
No.
the game would end early.
Yeah.
It does also put a target on you depending on where you go after and how much you want to force it. Because now, as soon as those guys flip face up, I can come and punch you.
However,
You're lucky. You're shielded right now by a lot of me.
yeah.
paying your
Oh,
taxes.
I'm.
You got to come through me. First.
Yes. In addition, the advantage for doing this is the control allows me for better taxing,
Better
and
taxing,
better
yep.
Yeah.
rallying. So I will. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and move him, the governor, adjacent Delhi up there into the Rajput kingdoms,
Reasonable.
Honestly, fine with it.
and a limited rebel. So here we go. It's not free because it costs the resource. Oh no, it is free. You're right. So
Free, man.
remove the tributary marker. That goes away. We'll just put that there. And Karnataka. Fly that flag,
So
baby.
yellow up 2, black down 2.
So now my points are getting touched, so I go from 18 to 16, and yellow is going to go up to 3.
Woo! I really don't care about the points right
Nope.
now. What I care about is that allows, again,
Yeah.
better taxation and rallying. So that's it. That's the event.
Right, so Ken is ineligible, you and I are eligible,
Yep.
I have a feeling this is probably
So,
going to be some
there.
Mongol-related activities.
Could be.
Oh.
Nope.
All right, the Hare and the Hounds. Lincoln approves. It is a state-eligible event. Identical Empire origin stories lean on regional cult mythologies. So,
Think he's going to be doing that.
so I can gain a
Maybe.
resource, lose a resource, may replace up to 2 Rajas or Emirs with 2 of my
Oh,
own.
good point.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we'll show that in a minute. That's hard to pass up.
Of course, you also do have the option to do a commanded decree.
There is that. So mine get turned face up because they're in open rebellion down there.
Yeah, and that's forced. If you move
Yeah.
one of your hexagons into a space that is controlled by you, it's rebelling openly, they are forced to flip up.
Yep.
In the other spaces, they could be face up or face down, depending on conditions and other things. But
Yeah.
And all I need is one guy face up in a space to attack, but they're all face up.
So that event, I gain 1 influence,
I lose 1.
you lose 1,
Yep.
and then I can replace 2 of yours with 2 of mine. Anywhere.
That's a ticket.
Wow. That's hard to pass up.
Do it. I love it when you don't do commands. And do it's my favorite way to win the game.
Oh.
See, the other reason why it's actually good for you to do a command and decree here is because it's not a strong event for him.
Yeah, it would just be... I'd upturn your upturn your drink at the party. That's all I've done.
Yep.
Lose you 1.1/12 of the way into the game, or 1/10 of the way into the game, or whatever.
I'm going to do the event.
Yeah.
And here's my thinking through of it. It basically, it's going to gain me an influence, which gets me 2
Sure.
more here,
So that's going to be you up a point,
Yep.
and him down 1.
down a
Yep.
point.
But more importantly, it's nice to have a influence at least. Like, I hate that this is a tug of war. I wish it
Yeah.
could be whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that we both get, or I get to then place 2 of them out there, it's
Yeah.
like a free migrate.
And if you get flipped up on a Mongol card, you have an influence to spend to get ponies and money.
100%. That's the whole reason for it. So these 2 are going to go ahead and come out here to Gondwana. So there. The end.
Okay. Kyle, would you like a nice command and decree?
I think
I will be taking it next turn if I get a chance. But the fact that allowed me a free migrate effectively as well.
Yeah.
That's so yeah.
He's only got 18 resources, so there's not very much he could do with command and decree.
I'm getting utterly bled. No, I do think it's going to be a command and decree for the Delhi Sultanate.
All right.
You need to learn the lessons of the past and learn them well.
Okay.
I am going to take my decree first, which I'm going to take the campaign decree.
Okay.
So, campaign, launch a large-scale expedition or go on parade.
Yep.
So I'm going to select a route of up to 4 spaces long, including the origin. So basically I say I'm starting here and I'm going on a parade through up to 4 spaces.
Yep.
Which this will come as limited surprise that it's going to be Delhi, Punjab, and the mountain passes.
Makes sense.
I can then pick
You know
any
what that's
number.
not? Towards us.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
support it,
totally
yeah.
into it.
I can move any number of my units, so governors or troops, from the first
Yeah.
base to the last, and along the way I can pick up and drop off. But it's
Yeah.
the water flows this way, but people can leave and go.
Yes.
So like if I had a
Right.
governor in here and I needed him to go to a spot, he could get dropped off. And
Right.
everybody else can
So
go.
those guys can't go this way, but otherwise you can pretty much do whatever.
Everything can go this way.
Yeah.
So I think
There we
I am
go.
going to take 5. I'm going to drop 1 here. And I think I'm going to put 4 up here.
Whoa.
Securing the mountain passes.
Yes, because then that was my decree. Now, that is free, by the
Yeah.
way.
Free as in doesn't cost
Doesn't cost-
resources.
Doesn't cost you
Correct.
resources.
Yes.
And now my
You're
command is going to
attacking.
be an attack. I'm going to clear the mountain passes.
All
All right. So again, in this case, Kyle still has to
Yeah,
roll.
you could attack down here too if you wanted to.
Yeah, I actually can make it down there on campaign. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He could, but anyway,
You can
he
attack
rolls a 6
without, because you've got a fort.
Everything's going to hit for him. So, but go ahead, roll some bones.
Which is funny because rolling in with one guy means that if I hit, it's a critical. that one guy. Anyway.
Okay.
So we're rolling 6 against 4. Always 4 dice against 2.
Sure.
Mine all hit.
And
I have 1 hit.
so the Mongol.
They try to turn it down, make a hit. They can't. They try to turn this into a 1. They can't. So
Right.
Their horse effectively does nothing, but they have 1 hit, and all of mine hit. Now, I get to decide dice.
Do you want to screen it or not?
I do.
Yeah.
So he's going to screen that. So he's spending the horse, the cavalry, as if that die does not exist.
Yep.
So then, in that case, the Mongols do not hit because the 6 does not hit. That's
Exactly.
higher than the 4 number
I
of
think
pieces.
I may need to turn that 6 down to a 5. I have a memory that in combat 6s always miss, but I need to check that.
I actually think you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so in which case I would actually do that on my campaign, as opposed to there's no point in making 6 because 6s always miss.
Oh, sure. So it gives
So-
you better shots.
So you drop one off.
I drop one off
That's
and-
fine.
I'm pretty sure that's right. 6s
Yeah.
are opposite.
Yeah, I
of
do.
ones.
I do
Yep,
just
yep.
want to make sure of that. But if that's the case, I'm going to use a cavalry charge to turn that down to a 5.
Sure.
And I'm
Yep.
still going to hit all 4
Yep.
ones.
You can charge a 6.
Yep. Can you charge us?
Yes, you can. The designer says so.
I believe you.
Okay. So therefore, you're only using. Are you so?
Yep. Sorry.
Are you bringing the 6th dude with you or no? Are you leaving him in the Punjab? Same reason or not?
Well, it's max 5, so no, I leave it.
Okay.
Per the hits, attacker and defender each score hits 1 hit for each die less than or equal to own
6s
units.
are auto misses,
Yeah.
5s or 1s are
So
auto
no, I'm
hits,
only
right?
going to bring 5. I'm going to have max.
Okay.
I screen off 1. I turn down. I kill all 4 of these guys.
Yep, and none of yours.
And none of mine because I use an effective cav screen.
There we go.
Well done.
These 2 horses will go back to the horsey population.
Yep.
This can come off the board. Thank you, Matthew.
Okay, there we go. That is both of yours. So there,
Did you use a
there,
resource?
and there. He did now. Done. Okay. Hey. Well, that's nice. It's even. There we go.
Yeah.
So I get to do the exact same thing. And hey, I do have an influence if I won horses. So
Yeah, there you go.
We'll cross that bridge.
I assume you'd like the first one to be amass.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And I don't know. What do you think?
You could go for it. So the way, in short, the way it works is they attack, and then they can start stealing my resources, and it gets worse the closer they get to Delhi.
Yeah,
I think the juice really comes from taking his troops off the map.
I agree.
Because they have to come off of provinces, not those areas.
So we're...
Yeah, that's where
Well,
I'm at.
sorry,
I-
it's not up to you.
it is not, but
I think
he's
we're
right.
we're in agreement.
Yeah,
though.
we are.
It's a 2v1
yeah.
game.
Yeah, so it's 6 spillover over 4, same thing. So that is both of mine. Now the question, though.
So I basically just spent my turn to undo that preemptively, and that
Yes.
it was just undone.
Right.
So that's fine, because otherwise you would have amassed, and you could have fought me in Delhi or in
Right.
Punjab, and you start.
Do you
hurting
want
my
Do you want
troops.
to burn your influence for 2?
So I'm looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one more card.
That's correct.
I don't think I do because it gets me an extra influence. So I'm not going to spend it
What do you mean get your extra influence?
on that card there, I believe. Yeah, equal to my
oh,
influence
you get
plus temples.
resources. I
Yeah.
see.
You
Okay.
get horses.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Big,
So,
big ponies.
I ponies are great,
Love the ponies.
but anyway. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. The last great king of Hoysalas. Vijayanagara emerges from the crumbling kingdom of Veera Balala III. So I gain 2 horses and may remove a tributary marker and place up to 2 Rajas adjacent to Vijayanagara.
BJ is there.
So I could place those 2 out.
And remove it.
It's
and
another
remove a tributary.
It's another free rebel basically.
You get to remove the tributary marker. You
So
have
here's the funny thing is, I keep saying I'm going to take this command and decree,
Yeah.
but the fact that this allows me to do effectively
It's a strong one for you.
It's not a stay active or stay eligible, but 2 horses.
Yep.
Effectively a free rebel, and I can play.
Yeah. That's good.
I can't see a reason to not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you love the idea of me letting you do the command.
I don't mind.
I like that both of you will be ineligible, so I just get to have a free turn.
So the event also, the other side of it says the Sultanate gets 3, but but that's not going to happen.
That one's not happening.
This is just good for me.
Yeah.
This is better late game for me.
So, let me think. Looking at the command and decree, I could build another temple. That's the other advantage of doing the command and decree.
Sure.
Having the second temple out there would be fantastic. And then I could... Rally doesn't make sense. Migrating does. And if I migrate, I can spend that resource to gain another influence. Oh my god. This is a non-obvious decision because that event seems so good.
Yeah.
But getting temples out is massive for both tax. You know what? I'm going to learn nothing from my last game and do the
Greed
event.
is good, baby.
Right? So I get a couple of ponies. Then I can remove a tributary marker and place up to 2 Rajas adjacent. So I choose those 2. And those 2...
You have effectively one choice.
I mean, I could put them there.
Yeah, give Ken 2 points.
But...
Let's go.
so I will put them there. Now, I have 2 valid options.
Well, one of them is adjacent to Vijayanagara and one of them's not.
Remove and place... Oh, no, you are correct. I apologize.
Also, and now, as a result, all these guys are...
They're all face up.
in the open.
Yep. Go
They've
ahead.
stopped paying their taxes. Also, your victory points will go up by 1.
Yep.
And I will go down by... Nope, not that one. 1.
So, the peanut gallery agrees, but it sucks giving up command and decrees. We've learned... Ken and I have only played it once, but we played coin games. Command and decree is just powerful. But that specific event felt like the only thing I'm missing out on, honestly, is the temple. But the fact that it's a free rebel, I'm ahead of the game in that regard.
Yeah.
You're up way on tempo on Ken and the Rebellion game.
Yeah, so I it felt like the right thing. So anyway, Ken, I assume...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
What you doing?
So I'll place a fort here in Maharashtra.
Okay.
So this is build.
Yep.
Point.
So that's free.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do a migrate.
Okay. Walk us
Shift
through your
some
migrate.
influence.
So we're going to migrate in 2 places. We're going to migrate here and here. So I'm going to move this guy here, 1, and this guy here, 2. It cost me 2 resources.
1, 2.
And then, because I moved into a territory that contains his troops, I'm going to spend 1 more resource, bump down 1, and then I will add influence. He'll lose an
And
influence.
you have to take 2 troops off the map.
Anywhere, because I have none here.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me look at this.
Just gotta, so people can see the prosperity.
I think the right answer is 1 there and 1 there.
Probably. I don't think anybody's messing with you anytime super soon in either one of those spots.
So, done. Okay. All right. We are both ineligible.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So, that's rare, but... And, oh, hey...
It's the zenith of the Delhi Sultanate.
Now, this is always public info, so you can always look at this. It is always the first... It's the quarter point of the game.
Yep.
This is always the same card.
This is like the other half of a propaganda card, right?
Except for the premature... can the game end? The game cannot.
The Mongol invasion plus this is kind of how they broke that system up.
So, first off, flip the Dynasty card to the Tulak side. The rebel commands are now available, so hey, we can now rebel.
Mm-hmm.
The Sultanate reimposes its dominance. He may campaign using only Delhi and provinces, not the Mongol invasion regions. Then after that, the Bahmani kingdom gains horses equal to his influence plus forts, which currently
Would be 3.
would be 3. And I would gain resources. I would gain 1 resource at the end because he took my influence. So, all right. Anyway, campaign. Go for it.
Yeah, I sure think I am going to campaign. Could I see the...
Yep.
Those can go in there, but I would like the small glass thing, please. Thank you. Yeah, it has to include Delhi, right?
Yes.
Using only Delhi and the provinces. So Delhi.
To send? No.
What?
Oh, okay.
It's just a campaign, so I'm just moving pieces right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you can drop off. Can you pick up along the way?
Yes. Everything can flow down, nothing
Okay.
can come back.
Okay.
See, I don't quite have enough to do what I want to do. And 4.
Okay.
So this is my parade route.
Yep.
I'm going to take...
Well, take all of them.
No.
Bring them all down.
No.
He wasn't even like a little tempted.
I know.
Bring 1 from home. 2 from here. And 2 from here. We're all going to go down here to Andhra. Which
Okay.
will put that back under my control, so that doesn't give me any points. I need them tributary for them to
Yeah,
give
it
me
does
points.
take points away from Edward.
So
it
he
does
has
take
7 versus 6. It's 4, 5, 6. He has 7.
Yep.
So we need to change that.
That's it. That is all I can do is campaign, no attack. no
And to
points.
be clear, because we're not in open rebellion anymore, do we flip over or no?
Nope.
Okay.
You have to flip over on your own volition. It's forced when you enter a region you control.
And how do I flip back over?
I think if you read your migrate, it gives you the way to do it.
If it's tributary, flip them to obedient.
I think there's more than one way to do it, but
Yeah.
This is different than many coins, though, in that, like, there's really not a huge advantage to being obedient.
Right.
It's not like, I mean,
It lets you move around with
prevents
impunity.
you. It prevents you from targeting us, but
you two can fight each other when you're obedient because you just squabble and I let you.
totally.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so now you, sir, gain 3 horses.
I'll take it.
1 per fort plus the influence that you stole. I gain 1 resource.
Very nice. Excellent work.
All right, that's done. Quarter point.
So we'll keep the Zenith of the Delhi Sultanate to show we are.
Yeah, so actually we'll just... There we go. Okay. Here we go.
And after the tempo cards, the Zenith card,
Yep.
eligibility does not change.
So-
it's just me.
Quarter away through the game.
But before we do that... Oh, let's try that again.
Hysterical.
There we go. There you go. Mongols, do
Okay.
your thing.
So we will amass once.
So 3 will go here.
Yep.
That's more than that, so they'll flow to here.
And more than 4. Hey!
Yeah, that way.
They have cameras, they're
just- these are
sightseeing.
tourists.
Just,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. That's so interesting, though.
So, a mass.
You know what's interesting about where we are right now
Yeah.
is that most of the troops that are on the board
Are way down south.
are in a position that does not hurt me that much.
That is true.
It's not a 2v1 game.
So I think what I'll do with my second action
It's a mass.
is amass again.
There they are.
So they go to the mountain
3 will
pass,
get there, go
overflow, right,
Yeah.
there we
Yep.
go.
Yeah. And then I will choose. I'm excited about this compromising gift situation.
All right, so a moment. Let's
Lose a point.
Yep.
So goes down and gains 2 resources and 2 horsies.
So drop your influence.
And he gets 1 horsey from here
Where would you like to take the other one from?
Let's see. Which player still has 17 resources and 15 points?
Not me.
You know how quickly that can change. The points part, the reason.
I'll take it from the Sultan.
I agree. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know the point. You know, actually know very well the points is very tenuous.
At this point in the game, it's the right play. Later might be a different story.
Okay, there we go.
All right, show me the next Mongol card. Oh, thank goodness.
Boy, if it had been,
I would have cried.
that would really have been bad. For you.
Oh my goodness gracious! I will
Hindu
take that
Kush
event.
Mountains. Stay eligible. Grandiose schemes pay dividends. He may remove up to 4 Mongol invaders, so I guess
take that
he's
event
doing that.
And goodbye.
Okay.
Wow.
You took your pictures now. Go on, get.
All right, next.
Oh boy.
First eligible. That's not good.
Remain eligible.
Let's go.
Center of high couture. Bamani Kingdom attracts great minds from afar. Cultural flourishes in the Deccan. +1 influence for each province containing at least one piece and one of mine.
Every place you coexist, you get influence.
1.
Which is 1.
Whereas the rest of us can replace an emir with a governor or Raja, and he loses in influence.
Ooh.
I lose an influence. What am I gonna do?
Oh gosh.
He has no influence, right?
Okay. Remember we were talking about how those victory points can change fast?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So,
Yep.
we're gonna rebel.
All right.
Sure, our boss.
So, provinces with his pieces in the majority, +1 resource to remove it and flip them to. So that looks like 1, 2, 3,
Looks like
4.
Maharashtra.
That looks like 4.
4. So
Yeah.
drop him 4 resources.
We'll do the points after.
Yep.
Yep.
That's 2. Go ahead and flip all those guys.
These guys as well. These guys. And these guys have choice words for what these people are. So, I am going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 9. Ken is going to go up a consummate amount to 8.
Yep.
So that was
we
the
track
rebel.
my influence going down 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm at the right number.
Yep.
Okay.
You have 2 forts on the board and 6 prosperity controlled.
And then I have a decree coming. So I could trade. Sometimes
1, 2, 3,
with
4,
the events.
5.
No, I think you know very well what you're going to do.
I do?
I know what I'd do if I were you.
I mean, I guess my conspire's just not good enough right now to do the cool conspire
That's
thing.
one of the 3 options down.
Yes, I could build a fort in Gujarat.
There. Oof, we arrived.
Sure, Kyle is right. Those are 2 good options. Protecting my holdings is important.
This is a 2 value space, which is literally twice as good as the other 2 that you now control.
Yes. So there's certainly reason to consider that.
I roll less dice when I fight you there, or whenever fights you there, but it's not going to be him. He's not coming out of the south.
Right.
He's a coward.
So the only reason I would think about trade is because sometimes with the events, you need a resource. It's rare.
And you are
I'm plumb out.
broke.
I am plumb out of resources. I needed those 2 resources from the Mongol deal to make it work. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, 5 resources ain't bad.
I think you're right. I think let's do this and call it good.
100% what I would do.
Yeah.
5 resources is a lot of resources.
It is.
It's not 17.
Let me check. Yep, checks out. So, I could replace an emir
With a Raja.
with a that seems poor.
And you would drop my influence.
There is that. So I'm leaning towards the Limcom, and
coming for that influence, buddy. You better hold that deer.
What do we do? I think it's gonna be the Limcom. While I could rebel in Gondwana, I think we migrate.
Or Tamilacom, by the way.
Also, which probably actually makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So where makes the most sense? So the reason I want to migrate is I can gain an influence. So I think that's what we're going to
He's
do.
coming for your influence.
Clearly. So
That will cost you a resource.
it will.
Yep. Just it's easy to
Yeah.
forget.
So I think it's got to be in Andhra
So you're gonna migrate 2 there?
to there. So
Okay.
drop me 1 influence, please.
1 resource.
And I can move up to 3.
Mm.
So 1 gets rid of that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And a second will give you a yellow flag back, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And I think we... I think we will actually do that.
I've never done this before, but that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
you moved him in and he was face down, but then he'll hit, you'll take control, he'll immediately flip face up.
Yep.
Yep.
So 1 point
1 point.
there. And then for a resource, drop me 1.
Gain
And
an influence. Get a little breathing room on the
there we go. That's me.
Rajas.
Yep, that's it. That's my Limcom. But now, again, because this isn't a typical coin, ICS, whatnot,
Yep.
all 3 of us were eligible, so therefore,
Ooh, I do sure think I am going to take that event now that you've done that.
Mm.
I'm an idiot.
Correct. I will replace this.
With the governor.
This one. No, sorry. I have to replace this one. It's.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
So is that as good even?
Well, let's see.
No, because all
It'll
it
be
does...
said no. It'll put me over the top.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 7.
It's 7 to 7, so
7.
that's
Yeah, you're
off.
right.
And
Yep.
now I'm at 8.
So I drop 1.
And I
So
gain
totally worth it.
Well, for me, it's actually about getting the governor on the board. They're harder for me to get out.
Yeah.
I have a limited resource in them. I don't necessarily love them down there, but if I can somehow maybe win that fight,
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll have a little bit of a power base with a Casbah
Yeah.
and a governor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
if he wants to attack me there, he's only going to roll... No, that's yours, not
Yes.
mine. Mine don't do that.
Okay.
Speaking of a fight,
Speaking of a fight,
All right, stay eligible. Let's see. Gain an influence for me, I guess. I can place 1 of my units into up to 3 provinces containing units, blue units, basically. That's not terrible.
so not...
And can make me lose an influence if he wants to use the event. But I go first. Let's see. So get to place 3. But I only have 2. But gaining the influence would be nice.
then you'd have 4.
And then I would have 4.
Yeah.
yeah, you could immediately get those 2 guys and then drop them bump, 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 bump. If you wanted
No,
to.
it's up to 3, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but that command and decree now.
I mean, it's 2 more guys. You already have almost all your guys out. I will not influence.
The fact that I lost that control hurts. The fact that I would only get 3 on the tax, I think we would... No, you know what? Rajas are yours, right?
Correct. No, Rajas are yours.
Right. Thank you.
His are emirs, mine are governors.
That's it. You know what? I know I keep saying this, but getting to 2 influence is pretty important for the compel.
Sure.
So I think we will, again, do the event. So gain an influence.
Yep.
Stay eligible as well.
Yep.
That is a point.
And then I can place one of my units in up to 3 provinces where he is.
Yep.
So we will go 1 there.
Oh, Severio's here.
Down 1. Hey, Severio.
And it's just nothing in there right now.
Right, correct.
Yep.
Give me just 1 second.
Which you will still, you'll stay flipped up.
Sure.
All right.
Unless I make a tributary again, then you flip down.
Right.
Maybe. No, you have to move in there first. I think you stay face up if it becomes tributary underneath you. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
I guess we go 1 there. And again,
Sure.
it's not really...
It's a great event for you. Except it's not really that great.
Well,
So
the
where'd
key
you
is
put it
getting
here?
the second influence.
I mean,
I think it's up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, by the time you can take an action again, you might not have the second influence. Yeah, unless you're third.
Oh, sure. It's possible. But
Yeah.
I'm taking the risk. That's so be it.
All right.
All right, done.
Yeah.
Mr. Command and Decree, about to wipe out some yellow troops.
I think I'm about to wipe out more than just yellow troops.
Oh, because you can attack a bunch of different places
I sure can.
with your 17 resources.
I sure can. The issue is I kind of need to campaign. Coming at you in Maharashtra is tough.
I mean, I've only got 7 cavalry.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough. I could pull a feint out of Andhra and go take Karnataka back. But that would require 2 turns worth of actions. The issue is my campaign, my parade route action is a decree.
It's a decree.
And demanding obedience is a decree.
Right.
Which is
Weird.
Well,
Why-
weird.
but
Oh.
yeah.
And you can go up to 4 provinces when you do that?
Yeah. Pick an origin, destination, the river flows that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I command a decree for sure.
Yeah.
The question is just which ones? Because I also have just this to deal with.
Yeah, because I promise it's coming.
I know. Well, 1 in 4 chance.
Facts, and it's only getting worse.
So I'm pretty sure my command is going to be attacked. The question is, what do I want to do with my decree? Demanding obedience, which I can do in Andhra, will get my point back, which whip-de-doo.
So you may want to wait.
But if I'm about to just make an offensive maneuver, then try to come up with a polite way to say that, he's going to have to...
Shop. Yeah.
No.
I'm not the threat, dude.
Yeah, but I'm there. And I could just demand... Well, the other thing I could do is just demand obedience there, and then just leave. But I'm there, so I might as well smack you. I'm definitely going to be attacking because I want to keep this clean.
Yeah.
But I could just campaign out of there. I've drawn your resources now. I could campaign over to Maharashtra with everybody and just come for Ken. And that would be, I only have 1 horse, you have 7. I would make you waste those resources.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
But I think a more realistic version of this... Okay, command and decree. My decree is going to be... My decree is going to be a campaign.
Okay.
All right.
Origin is Andhra.
Okay, and you up to 4, including Andhra.
Yep. Back through Bangladesh into Gujarat,
Yep.
and then I don't necessarily know if because I can use adjacency there. I don't necessarily know if I need to go anywhere else.
Right.
Right.
Sind would like to stand up and be recognized over there in the far west.
Sind is sure is on the map. I'm debating going into Malwa and dropping some guys off because then I can support with pieces from there. But I really need the pieces in Gujarat to take control back.
I would like you to know that your obedient subject helps with that.
Yeah, you only need one piece in there to remove my control.
Right.
Yeah, I know. But then I want a sufficient amount of pieces that my 3 dice that I'm going to be rolling against your fort, I'll just be hitting. So, like, ideally, I'd love 5, but that's a lot of investiture. I'll probably end up with 4 in there. But I can bring some pieces in from Malwa as well. Because I have a Casbah there with an offensive ability.
Oh, right.
Come in there. And I want to build on Malwa's defenses because you are adjacent there with Maharashtra.
Yeah.
So I think I will include Malwa.
Okay.
I am going to bring...
So you're not going to attack here?
No.
Weird. Okay.
So 3 follow the campaign trail.
Yeah,
Yep.
3 follow the campaign trail there. Yeah, losing forts, it doesn't do losing Casbahs. The governor is also going to come and go.
Because you might be able to do the obedience thing
yeah,
later.
which we'll check all the control in a second. And then I think... Yeah, I don't think anything bad happens to me when I lose a fort. I'd have to check that. But and then the other 3 are going to...
Because it's not part of your score.
Yeah, it's not part of my score.
Right.
My score is determined by controlled prosperity, then the outcome of Teamer's invasion.
All right, so starting
Edward
here...
gets a point.
So that will go away, that will come back.
Yep, so point for me.
Yep.
And then moving up north here.
I have 5 to 4 otherwise.
Yep.
So
Down 2 points for blue.
yep. Nothing else changed.
Yep,
hands.
that's it. Yep.
Okay, that was my decree. And now I'm going to attack.
All right.
Which I'm going to attack 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Sensible.
So
Yep.
3 resources, I got you.
Thank you. 1,
One.
2, 3. Which campaigning is free, which I think is great. We will start up here with Punjab, then Mountain Passes. We'll finish in Gujarat.
All right, so I get to roll. this
You do.
time.
You were the
All right,
last
I was
one to
the
control
ready
the
set.
ball.
Yep, here we go. All right.
So 6, 5, 4, 3, and you roll. We see all dice first.
Yep, I know. Ugh.
Those are bad.
1 hit.
So 1 hit, they'll try to turn this
Sure.
down.
So this
Doesn't
will
matter.
turn from a 6 to a 5.
Yeah, it's
and
really by the rules. Actually, nothing happens. But yeah, they try.
yeah, they
Sure.
try.
I will. Do I want a horse down to get rid of that last guy, or do I want to save my horse?
No point saving him.
Saving the horse?
Ken says this when you're about to attack him.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll leave 1 guy.
Okay.
That will also prevent spillover.
Yeah, it will.
It will still prevent spillover into
It
Delhi
will,
anyway.
yeah.
Yep.
So
3 hits. So 3 go away, and
I
you
lose
take 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's
That's 1, and now we go up to the mountain passes up there. So it's
Second
you hit on
verse.
5s, I hit on 4s.
Yep.
second verse, much the same as the first.
That's all of them.
All hits.
I hit
Can-
2.
So Mongols will use their pony. That was a 5.
Yep. So 4 to 4. There we go.
Okay.
Charge down. So I can choose to
Screen.
screen,
Yep.
which
One
I
of
guess
them.
technically they would do that after I do this. So this
Right.
actually isn't a hit. I could choose to screen that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to bother. No, I kill all 4 of them. They kill 2 of mine.
Yep. That's exactly how that works. Oh,
And now
that's gone.
the maybe fun one. I don't know if it's gonna be fun or not.
Okay. So
I am attacking a Bamani fort, which
Right.
either attacking a Bamani fort or attacking Delhi. The attacker only rolls.
Rolls 3 dice.
However, I am attacking adjacent to an area with a Casbah, so I'm actually have 6 guys.
6 guys.
Well,
Because
actually, I'm
two-
sorry, my governor already counts. So
Yeah. So you don't.
I don't necessarily need to, but I am anyway.
You could choose. I mean, I can't do more than 2 casualties to you.
So to be clear, the fort here
Yeah, my
because
Casbah,
he has it's a Casbah, adjacent can allow 2 troops
Yeah.
to basically come in and be bullet sponges.
which we can both do that. You
I
can
realize this is 1290.
Yeah.
There are no bullets. Just work with me
Yeah.
on that. All right. Yeah.
I'm here for you.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. 1 crit in each direction for Ken. If you look at the screen, you can see him.
Yep. So I'm already dealing.
So the attacker places horses first.
Yep.
I'm going to roll that down to a 1.
Okay, so
wise.
using that, there we go. So that's
Yep.
now Ken has 1,000,000 horses, but he can't use them. He can if he wants
Sure.
to
He
screen,
can screen-
those 2.
Well, this one.
Or that's an automatic.
That's a loss.
miss.
That's
Yeah.
that's a miss.
So I could spend 6 horses.
To hit twice and screen and only take 1.
Oh, it wouldn't be 6.
no.
It would be.
Can you on a auto miss on a 6? Can you
can lower.
Yeah, so we
you
did
can
it
drop
earlier.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, sorry.
Matthew corrected us earlier about
All
this
right.
as well.
So I would need to spend 5 total to get
You
this
would-
down to a 2,
To a 5, to a 4, to a 3, to a 2. So
and
you
then
spend 4 there.
screen that guy.
For 5, you would deal me 2 hits. I
Yep.
would deal you 1 back. For 5 horses.
Yeah, horses are cheap, man.
There's only so many.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
All right. Half of the world's horse supply.
Into the grinder.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, Severios says gunpowder shows up at the end of this time period, so we're good.
Right.
So 4 of those are to spin this,
Yeah.
Down to a 2,
which is a hit.
And, it's,
and then
of them is
1 to
cover that.
eliminate that.
And
Yep.
this is not a hit, so it can't be done in. So
There
at
you
the end
go,
of the day,
so-
I'm going to take 2, you're going to take 1.
That's it.
There you go.
1 there, and here. we'll flip
I'm going
that.
to take...
Yep.
Can I take both from here? No, I'm going to take 1 from there and 1 of the supporting troops.
Yeah.
That way I
And you-
maintain control.
And by the way, you always choose for your own side.
Yeah.
Who?
This. I think this should be...
I think
believe
that's
that's right.
there. Correct.
Yeah.
I only had 2
Yep,
of John
I
Purcell.
think
The
so, yeah.
most crucial thing for me was not to lose my final troop out of that territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because then the fort could be destroyed.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Fair.
So-
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was exciting.
Sure.
So,
It was definitely exciting for Edward because he didn't lose anything.
facts. So
Yeah.
there, and that goes here. All
Yeah.
right.
I'm going to... Well,
Yep,
let's see
go ahead.
if it's a Mongol invasion card. Otherwise, I'm going to step out for the rest. Sure. It's not,
See you in a minute.
All right.
All right, it's another stay eligible. Commercial Port of Goa. Struggle for critical maritime routes. The faction with the greatest amount of pieces adjacent to Goa. Goa is here, and it does appear that
7 to
is
5
blue.
right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if tied, it goes to the Bamani.
Yeah.
Removes up to 3 opposing units adjacent to Goa and gains 2 resources. That's fun. Or he can reduce our resources each by half rounded down, which he's not going to do that.
Yeah. He's also not eligible.
There's also that. So,
Yeah.
Right. And obviously that event is not me. So I'm going to lose half of those, assuming you're going to do it, and you're going to because they eligible.
Yep.
So I'm going to lose 3. That's not good.
So you just take a command to stop me.
I could. I could.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and do the full.
Absolutely.
The full march.
Absolutely the right call.
Yeah. Not gonna live in fear. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 33% chance that it's Mongol from here out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Oh, because we haven't had a Mongol. in-
we've only had 1, so we got 4 or 5.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, so
Gotcha.
33% chance. So the question is, so the compel decree says form alliances with smaller distant kingdoms in a province with or adjacent to one of my pieces. Place or move in from any adjacent province 1 or 2 rajas. And
Right.
then if I have 2 or more influence, also remove up to 1 unit in the selected province, gain a horse. And if I remove one of theirs, any rajas just placed, flip to rebelling. So,
Command and decree. What are we doing?
not 100% sure.
Commanding and decreeing.
That is a statement of fact.
Yep.
I while I could rebel, I could rebel in Gondwana, I could rebel in Tamilakam.
Mm-hmm.
That would take all of my resources to do it, and then I guess I could actually tax to gain a bunch of resources. But the problem with all of that is I'm about to lose 3 of these. I'm just going to go ahead and get these guys on a boat here in Goa to get ready to leave.
Not taking the event though.
Well, it doesn't help me. I could block him, or by taking the command.
Oh,
but-
because he has so many. Because you've moved, I forced you out of Karnataka.
yeah.
Yep.
So that's the interesting thing. Do I rebel and then tax? The problem is I really desperately want to place a temple,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be down to 0 resources if I do that. And migrating...
You're gonna take it because it's resources for you.
Yeah. Oh, he 100% is going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you stay eligible. Okay.
It's easy math for me.
Yeah. You have none. You get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a non...
Yeah, the underplay I'm annoyed about, but then I set that up, and then you did your big sweep of rebellions in kind of the mid-country, so I had to pivot out of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather try to secure Gujarat than fight him next to home.
Can you really secure Gujarat, though?
Watch me.
I mean, you could secure Bengal.
It's already secure.
Is it?
It's in the bag. I'm going to
Is-
open my bag, and I'm going to look in there, and I'm going to see it.
And you can probably secure Malwa. But I don't think Gujarat is one that you can
I'm going to do it. I'm just... Yeah. Drop me down 2. I'm going to rebel here.
Yep.
Okay, so I will drop myself 1 point and put you up
And I will rebel here.
1, and
Yep.
we swap.
And then I'm going to go ahead and tax. I need the resources.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I get 1 equal to number of controlled plus temples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Done. That's
Control
me.
prosperity plus temples.
Yep.
Yep. And then I will take the stay eligible events.
2 resources.
Yep. And
Yep.
these guys come home.
You send 3 men on a boat.
There it is.
Okay. Then that goes there. Those come over and
It's Mongol time, presumably.
I mean, there's a decent chance.
Nope.
Oh,
You even get to go first, my friend.
All right, Tagi the Elusive. So for the Sultanate, can place up to 2 troops in a governor in Sindh and Gujarat. In Sindh, place a Kasbah and a tributary marker, but you already got one. For the other guy, gain influence and can place up to 2 emirs in each of Sindh and Gujarat. In Sindh, place a fort and remove a tributary marker. And it is not a state eligible.
Pretty good, though.
It's really good for Ken.
yeah, I don't think I can let you have it, unfortunately. I'd rather do something else, but...
Yeah.
Right.
I suppose I could command a decree and take Gujarat at the sacrifice of Sin, because you'll take this tributary marker off, so I'd lose a point, get 2 back.
Right.
Because I could command a decree, demand obedience
To score
here,
points.
and then either attack you again, or...
Right.
Which I
Yep.
think I probably... Oh, actually, that's really interesting, because what'll this... Would you mind putting it back up so I can read it instead
Sure.
of reading
Yeah,
it
yeah.
upside down?
Yep.
I can place 2 troops and a governor in each. I already have a governor in 1, but that's fine. I can put as many as I want. Governors are super useful, though.
Yep.
But 2 points. Wow, we're at a weird point in the game. I have a... You know what I could do?
I don't.
I'm going to command and decree.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him have
You
the
get
event.
You go do it.
Okay.
My demand obedience is going to be my decree. So I think this is the first time I've done this.
Okay.
Coerce kingdoms to resume taxes, tributary payments. In each Delhi-controlled province with a governor, Delhi-controlled governor,
Yep.
may place a tributary marker, which is the flip side of my flag, and gain resources equal to its prosperity. Flip all rebelling units to obedient.
All right.
I'm going to demand obedience in Gujarat.
And this is free. by the way.
It's free.
So,
I'm
yep.
going to get 2 money. Ugh, put it on a pile. And I'm going to get 2 points.
Okay, done.
That is my decree.
Yep.
My command, I think I'm going to conscript.
That makes sense.
Can I have the thing?
Because you got all the troops.
I got all the troops, and I got a bunch of Casbahs out now, and all this and that. So one of them is definitely going to be Delhi.
Obviously.
One of them is going to be Gujarat. One of them is going to be Malwa.
Yep.
One of them is going to be Sindh. I think. No, one of them is actually going to be Bengal. Do I want to bother with this? You're going to take it. I got one guy there. Let's place up to 2 emirs. So you could just take it. Or I could recruit a guy there and make you have to commit more resources than that. So
Totally. I mean, you got resources
I
coming
can
out
do
your
more.
ears.
There's no limit.
Right.
These are just reminder tokens. I could keep going.
You could recruit everywhere that is in your control, right?
I can conscript tributaries anywhere there's a Casbah or Delhi. So I could also conscript here,
Doesn't seem like a crazy idea, to be honest.
which would be 2 pieces there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 6.
Yep.
Put me down to 10. Finally paying off from that early game.
Man, only 10 resources?
Only 10
That's
resources.
It's tough for you, buddy.
Which
Okay.
I think I have just enough guys to make it happen. 5 going to Delhi.
Yep.
Done.
Okay. Go ahead and do the top half first.
Yep, so that's done.
Okay.
Sindh gets 1 because it's just a tributary.
Okay.
That's done. Bengal gets 1 because it's just a tributary. Malwa gets 2 because it has a Casbah.
Yep.
Gujarat will only get 1 because it has a governor but not a Casbah.
Yep.
And then
And
down south.
Andhra could get 2 with a Casbah, so I think I'm going to, instead of...
putting 2 in
Yeah.
Delhi, only
Yeah,
put 1.
I'm going to put 2 down here.
All
Yeah.
right, that's short-lived. Okay.
Doesn't affect any control down there, but I'm continuing to
Right.
force presence.
All right, Ken, what you doing?
That was fun. Everyone had fun. I had fun.
I think I have to take it. It's too good not to.
It's really good.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll gain an influence, which is nice.
Point.
Which, that means I lose 1, correct?
No,
Nope.
well,
No?
it's not given. It's generally, though, they come in.
It always,
Okay,
says
gotcha.
it. So.
Okay. So you can place up to 2 in each of Sindh and Gujarat. And in Sindh, place a fort
Yep.
and remove the tributary marker.
So why I will do all of that. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
So, it's right. You also get a fort in Sindh.
I do.
Yes.
So I probably shouldn't have bothered with this. I'll leave it. It's fine.
I mean,
I lose a
it's
point.
still going to make it harder for me later. So
Yeah,
I gain
yeah.
and I gain a point.
And
Yep.
you gain a point.
Right. Because that will...
Look at us all nicely clumped up around 7 and 8.
Okay. Look that nice to me.
My resources are just north of that.
I see you.
You also get a point for the fort. So we're actually
Oh, of course.
all stacked up on 8, which because it's
That's a little
1,
better.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8. Yep.
and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
so 50-50. Coin flip Mongols. Coin flip double mass.
Mongols!
Mongols!
Everybody! All right.
Must get Mongols.
Yes. So, amass.
Sure is. No. And again? Or would
I-
you like to try to...
Okay, so hold on. Let's...
So we haven't done it yet, so just
Right.
to talk through
So,
it.
attack and plunder. If I attack in one space with an invader, the Mongols attack.
So we would do the attack, you'd roll 4, I'd roll 2,
Right.
da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
Oh, by the way, aren't we like this right now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, technically we are.
Yeah.
which
And
is
it's not going to
glorious.
change after this card.
Right.
Yeah.
If I succeed, if in a mountain pass, he loses a resource.
So basically, let's say you did it, you attacked, and let's say we traded.
Yeah.
Any number of invaders left over in the mountain passes, I lose a coin. If it's in Punjab, I lose a coin and I lose a troop. And if it's in Delhi, I lose a coin and 2 troops. And the troops come from the provinces specifically,
Right.
not Delhi or the mountain pass spaces. So attacking me in the mountain passes goes after my money. I got a lot of money. I mean, I think you probably want to amass.
I think we amass, right, because it...
Not to help you, but-
Well, no, the fact that I want these guys out.
Yeah, you want pressure in here, as
of
he
course.
probably does now too.
Right, yeah,
'Cause
we both have similar...
I put stymies in your
yeah.
kind of expansionism. So,
Yeah.
would you like to spend an influence to get money and ponies?
I don't think I will. I have a couple
Really?
of ponies. Well, here's the thing. I'm at 6 resources.
Oh,
And losing the influence
you do lose the influential compel, so currently your compel
is stronger.
decree is stronger,
Yeah.
which lets you get a pony, basically. You remove another unit and you get a horse.
Yep.
Which usually you wouldn't get to do.
Right.
So no, don't bother with it. Don't bother with the gifts.
I don't think so. So we are done.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
So there's no real. I mean, I think the big problem with him losing influence is he always has to put these back.
Yes.
But I right now it hurts less because he has 4.
Because I have them there.
I sent them home. They were.
Yeah.
No, you did not. They left on Goa.
Oh, that's true.
Northern Alliances. Stay eligible.
Ooh.
Vijayanagara probes an alliance with Delhi. I can place up to 4 Rajas adjacent to Chittor.
Chittor is right here, so that would be Mongol.
Look at that. You
Gujarat.
happen to have 4 Rajas right there.
I do. That doesn't seem terribly interesting.
It's still eligible.
It is a stay eligible, but
There is the bottom half of the card that you could consider.
I also could remove an influence and remove 3 of my dudes from the map.
What a great idea.
It's an option.
Always be thinking.
Galaxy brain move.
Right.
We're playing 4D chess. My boys playing checkers. What was the Steam game? 5D chess with multiversal time travel. Very different play than our pre-play.
Very different.
Considering.
The Casbah just goes away if you have no troops. Is that correct?
No.
Or it's a unit, right?
No, it's not a unit. I will look. Casbah by itself is the question. It's a structure. Yeah, no, they're placed during a govern, improve Sultanate's conscript command, allow 2 troops or governors to lead or support attacks in adjacent spaces. No,
It's during the attack step, I think. If there are no opponent troops, you remove the structure.
I will look.
It's okay. Basically, I just want to clear y'all out.
Structure.
And
Thank
by
you,
y'all, I mean-
Saviero.
Yep. Okay. Whoa, the only problem if I do the command and decree is I don't. This is a problem.
I don't. Ken, where's your reference for that? Just out of curiosity.
I just felt like that's what I read in the rules.
Each faction removes its own pieces equal to the number of opponents' hits, returning them to available. Attacking pieces from adjacent spaces may be part of casualties. No, they're an extra.
There's just an extra piece.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
For,
You
for me,
remove your
my-
own pieces
building
when
a
you
route.
lose a
You
battle,
gotta hit it.
structures, or pieces. So
Okay.
that's it. Okay.
So it's like, yeah, probably the last thing you lose.
Thank
but-
you, Saviero and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the last thing you lose. Well, at least for you guys, because it's
Right.
a point.
Right. Well, yeah, fair.
But I mean, they're always better than troops. Slash Emirs, slash Raja, slash.
Well,
governors.
Saviero says you can remove a structure before you remove a unit, which can be useful in certain situations. Like, I think for me, because they're not points, they just help with certain things. I could potentially get run of them to keep 5 units up instead of 4.
Makes sense.
But you guys, they are points. They improve a lot of your actions. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys, or if you needed to get it off the board to build it somewhere better.
Sure.
Why can't I migrate an attack or rally an attack? That is so frustrating.
You can compel an attack.
That is
You
actually.
can do a limited command and migrate this time, and
You
then
can-
maybe you'll be able to attack next time.
You can pass and get a
that
dollar.
actually. Thank you. Take that under advisement. So hold on. In a province with adjacent to mine, move or place a adjacent. So the compel is basically a rally, effectively.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
a blend of a rally or a minor movement. It lets you only go 1 or 2 guys. You can either get them from off board if you need to buff up, or if you just need to redistribute.
Yeah.
So if I were in, because I'm at 2, I can remove up to 1 unit in the selected province.
Yep. So, for example, you could go into Orissa, remove that
That is one example.
A mirror.
Yeah, sure. No. The thing is, I want to get these guys out and bring them in here.
Yeah.
So you compel in Karnataka.
But the only problem is I only bring 2 in.
But I
That's
mean-
half of them. That's so many.
Oh, I guess his campaign is dangerous because he can move so many guys.
Yeah.
Especially considering I just
Yes.
did a big bunch up in.
So, you know what? This is going to probably sound stupid.
You're not off to a great start.
I think I...
But why not just rally if you're gonna? Why not just do a
Yeah.
rally and then?
And then what? That's
Matthew
the problem.
confirms that you can compel an attack. It's what you get that the BK, the
Right.
Bamati does not, the Burger King doesn't get.
Yeah.
So, the 2 options that I see is valid options are exactly that. Compel and attack. And I would compel here, and then attack there and there.
Got it.
Yeah, go for it. Also, these guys should be up.
Yeah,
because
thank you, they should. The
And you
other...
could choose,
should this guy.
so you could hopefully knock this all the way out before you let him have the opportunity to. Oh, I guess he can't support it anyway. 'Cause
Right.
That's only offense.
Right.
Yeah, I could offensively go attack Tamokan with the one guy there and bring 2 in support, which I could do that. That is
Sure.
allowable by the rules of the game.
Not necessarily a terrible idea.
The other option, is I do a limcom and I just rally there.
Get 2 guys out.
Oh, more than 2.
More
3 it would be.
Yeah.
Oh, because yours is dependent on control.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with Xavier who says influential compel then attack is like, that is tactical strike force stuff. You are cracking a tough nut.
Right.
Getting a horse, removing a unit, getting units out of nowhere, and then you strike. I don't know if you have a great target for it, though. I'm just a little thorn in your side down there.
So the question is, like, do you want to burn the whole thing?
Right. Or do I just protect myself and then roll the dice depending on what the next card is? Right.
But man,
Which, to be clear,
Oh, it is. Hold on. Can execute a few free limcom that gains any combination of resources or horses equal to control prosperity. You know what? That'll work. Done.
so you get 3 and you're just rallying.
That's it. Just the rally. That's all I did.
+1 of control, +1 of Karnataka.
There it
3
is.
Total. Very nice.
All right. I don't know if it's the right thing, but
Yeah.
here we go. Delhi. So Rise of the Rebel Sultans.
we're this, right?
Yeah, everybody's available. So the Sultanate
Yes, after the last card.
may campaign using only Delhi and provinces, so can't do the Mongol stuff. Then Alauddin Hassan Bamin Shah, just flows off the tongue, gathers allies and takes the Deccan throne.
Yep.
The Bahmani may execute a free limcom, then gains any combination of resources or horses equal to his prosperity number to a max of 3. Then I do the exact same.
Cool.
All right, so go for it.
Yeah, I get another campaign, don't I?
Sure do.
Has to include Delhi.
Well, it comes from Delhi.
Well, it's using only Delhi and provinces. So
yeah,
basically,
the Mongols are immune to this.
Delhi has to be involved.
Yeah, if you
You
wish
can do
to
up
do
to
it.
4, right?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You could choose to
You
just
probably
make it down.
shouldn't.
I agree.
I wouldn't do it.
I mean, because the next card's a Mongol invasion. They're just going to cascade down to Delhi. We know that. We've proven that. Back me
Yeah.
up here. Come on.
That
come
makes
on.
sense to me.
Thank you.
Alternately, you could mess with both Maharashtra and Karnataka.
No, I
I could, but I don't. Yeah.
has to include Delhi.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is playing out drastically different than
Yeah.
our last one.
I don't actually know if I want to.
Because you're worried about the Mongols so much?
Partially, I'm just kind of content with the. Not content. I don't love it, but. Oh, that's fair. I misinterpreted the wording. It doesn't have to include Delhi. It just can't include the Mongols.
Oh, okay.
Sure. That makes sense.
I read it. The specific.
Well, I
wording
mean,
on the card is,
to be fair, you could just not cascade those down,
Yeah,
right? So yeah, that's
Well,
fair.
but see, I actually think it's more interesting if it can't include Delhi. I might just flow upriver from the south.
Weird.
Which that would basically.
Flow upriver from the south?
Jeez. I think I will. I don't know if I'm gonna bother. Which seems so silly because the campaign is such a good action.
But if you're if you're American Express, you're everywhere you want to be.
You know what I'm gonna do?
No.
Pull back to Bengal.
While I like that, it
You're-
makes sense though. Also,
You're sort of holding. You're hoping to hold on to
Bengal.
Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, and then maybe
draw,
I
like,
can
make a wall there, basically.
Yeah.
Try to make-
I mean, if you look at it, that's exactly what he's doing,
right?
I mean,
Which doesn't mean anything. You can move through spaces
Right, yeah.
freely, but it's
Right.
those are the big ones in the north. That's my power base. I took
Yeah.
Gujarat back. Maybe I can go make a strike down into Karnataka or Maharashtra
Yeah.
later.
We'll see.
We'll see. But that's it. Final answer. So
How many horses are in the dish?
6.
So even
Two
if
and
if I take 3, you can still take 3. We're not.
that's
stealing from each
how
other.
6 works.
Yeah, just trying to make sure. Yeah. So I'll take 3, please.
To be right, yeah. You can do a limcom first.
Oh, limcom first.
Yes.
A free limcom.
Your facts. So to be clear,
These get worse for me.
those don't exist yet, so you can't use them if you attack.
Sure.
Okay, so
Oh, I forgot I could attack. I definitely should. So we'll attack in Gujarat.
okay.
So these guys will be assisting with the operation.
So you got 5 to my 4.
5 to your 4. 5 to
Presuming,
your 5.
sorry. I stand corrected. You have 5 to Edward's 1.
I was just gonna say
It's 5 to your 5, I think, right?
he declares
Is your governor
my
counts,
governor
right?
fights.
one defender.
You are attacking a sultanate, so these guys go into open
Yes.
rebellion.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
coming.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still a tributary, right? That doesn't change.
Yeah, it's still tributary.
Well,
you have
currently.
to rebel and do all
Right,
this.
yeah.
And that.
2 hits for 3 hits for Ken.
So
Yeah.
you are going to take one regardless.
3 and 1.
I'm going to act first, and I'm going to
sorry.
screen that one.
So it can't drop down.
I have no ponies. I have no horses.
And then...
So
No,
you
you shouldn't.
Don't waste the horse.
it.
I have no
You
horses to
can't use
modify
it.
that.
Oh, good call.
He's horseless.
I'm happy to let you do it. Also, it's not a hit, so you can't screen it.
So all I really need to do
Is
is
roll
drop
that
that one
down.
down by spending 1.
1 horse.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Oh, I suppose no. You can screen not hits. It just
But you don't
Why?
have
I don't know,
cavalry,
yeah,
so
I
I
know.
shouldn't.
So
Yeah.
that is 4 hits to
And
1
hit. Yeah.
Okay.
And I will take the hit from my assistants over here.
to be clear, just to say it out loud, you can screen dice that are not hits.
Right.
Just you're basically hedging off that you're gonna
Yeah.
you're hedging off to allow your opponent to roll it down.
Yep.
I might do it against Ken if he rolled something that he could modify in a 1. I would just screen off the one that he could modify before he had the chance to do it with his 1,000,000 horses.
Fair.
And then I will still take...
So now you take your 3
cavalry,
horses.
yeah.
Okay. So I get a limcom, and then I will get also 3 horses. Well,
Jeez.
what do I do now? Now that I have
It's
home
getting-
protected
It's
better.
getting sticky. Which this is the halfway point. But
Yeah.
we pick a little over halfway because we probably
is.
won't see the whole last stack.
It seems like you may be overprotecting Andra at this point.
At this point, I feel like it.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is, I don't know if it's just dumb, which entirely possible, but do I try and take out that Casbah? Or is that just a waste? I just don't want
I
him.
mean, he can't currently do anything.
It's who is it that teleports in troops? Is it the Casbah
Oh,
or your
I can
governor?
place 2 guys there whenever I want.
Right,
Oh, as part of a conscript.
right.
Oh, I
So
see.
that's like I would rather just get the hell out. Just But the other option...
He doesn't get to fight back, right? Because he doesn't have any troops there.
Correct. I
we
win.
Well, do you get to roll 2 dice even if...
I have 0 guys there.
So you can't roll dice.
Yeah.
So I just have to have a hit,
You
which
just have
I
to
have
get a hit.
6.
I believe that's how
you
that
have
works.
cavalry
And I had,
it.
right. So
Yeah.
it guarantees
Yeah.
to get rid of that. But the other thing is, do I want to migrate?
I mean, Bengal is juicy.
Yeah.
Less juicy after my last action.
Yeah.
Oh, hope we have a tie so we can play the Goat Tiger game.
So...
I actually don't think I have the stuff in the box anymore. I think I took it out.
I think I will go ahead and bring... I'm going to migrate. It's free.
Sure.
So we're actually going to work our way up towards Bengal. I'm going to go ahead and bring 3 of these guys up.
They do not flip. It's
That
not
is-
tributary.
Which
Right.
this would then technically flip?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Because, well...
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah,
you
right.
you take control of it now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 1 point for yellow.
Get him.
And
He's in the lead. Get him.
go ahead and drop me 1 resource. And that will free these guys up.
And you get another point and can lose a point.
Yep.
And the whole reason I did that is for the extra troops for Bengal. So,
And,
all right.
And the influence, one assumes.
In the well,
Yeah.
it protects
Sure.
that a little bit. But yeah, all right. So we're done.
All right.
That is the rise of the rebel sultanates.
Halfway through.
All right. Well, more than because unless the last card
Sure.
is right.
Oh, if
but
we
yeah.
see the whole stack, that'll be. Whew.
All right. The Conquest of Madurai. It's a stay eligible. Tale of Madurai Sultanate's defeat chronicled in epic Sanskrit poem. We, and by we I mean this side of the table, can place up to 2 Rajas or Emirs in Tamilakam and gain a total of 3 resources. That is way down here at the bottom. The Sultanate can place up to 4 troops and a governor in Tamilakam and gain 3 total resources or horses.
Oh, hello.
Well, okay, so that happened. All right, that can go away. I lose a point. Well,
Oh, horses. Look at that.
huh.
I own roughly 33.3% of the world's horse population.
Okay. Well, that happened. Okay.
It's convenient that I had 4
Oh
troops and a governor.
That's frustrating.
The events are coming out, Kyle. Right now.
Just when you thought he was out.
Yeah. I mean, Command and Decree, in theory, should be great for you right now.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, get out there and take some stuff, right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll be ineligible next turn. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
Go after Gujarat. It's fine. Or Madhyadesh.
Don't mind if I do.
No, you. No, not you. Him.
No.
Madhyadesh, a softer target. And it hurts your competition.
Wait, aren't you the competition?
It's not a 2v1 game. Bangladesh is... Yeah, it's kind of is and is not a softer target. There's less defenders, but you're going to roll less dice.
Well, it's not less defenders because he can bring 2
No,
over.
Can't
Not
bring
in
2
defense.
over on,
Not
on
in
defense.
defense.
Only on offense,
Only on
right?
offense. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have plenty of horses.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking that direction.
I also now have plenty of horses.
You have some horses. We'll find out if they're plenty or not.
Truly. Thinking of when we were playing Winter's Circle the other day, just the names of those horses. It's those the horses from Winter's Circle, everyone.
Yeah. Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
Some of those names, I think they must all be historical horses.
Oh, they must be.
Some of the names are real
Except for
dumb,
the one
though.
that was like, I keep wanting to call it Gordon's Rocket, because there's the one that went 18 if you rolled the helmet
Yeah.
and 2 otherwise.
I think it's worth it. We're gonna compel an attack for.
Okay.
Influential compel as well.
here.
Yeah.
Gonna bring 2 of these cats in.
All right.
And remove the Emir, presumably.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, because I can't move. That's the problem. I have to be where I'm attacking.
Yes. You can compel here and remove one of my guys and have 2 guys there.
That does seem better. If that's what you're, if that's
yeah,
what you're going
that's
for.
that. Yeah, but then
Now you're fighting 2 against 3, and I have more horses than you, and you don't have the support you need because
Yeah, I
you don't
don't
have a temple.
okay.
Your temple lets
Yeah,
you bring
never
in
mind.
1 guy, for the record.
So if that's the case, I think I do that. And oh, that works out. Okay, fine. I'll stay with it, but we're gonna build.
Okay, so decree build.
Point.
Wah.
And then I think we go ahead and rally. And that
Hmm.
brings all 3 of these in.
How many spaces?
Just 1.
So 1 because you already have pieces there,
Yeah.
1 for control, 1 for temple.
Yeah,
Done.
so you're
That's me.
working towards.
Bengal.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that you also get him focused on.
I'm gonna take
stuff.
a Limcom to take Gujarat back over, so I'll rebel in Gujarat.
Okay.
So that goes there and 2 points.
To get to.
Yep.
And that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Done.
Yeah, this is where it all goes south.
Yep.
All right, Mongols.
Yep.
Go for it.
Yep.
Kent.
All right. Well, we're once again in a situation where I'm not that worried about where your troops are.
After the last turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So amass, presumably, for 1 at least.
Yeah, let's amass one time.
Okay, so there,
1 there and then
2 flow.
And then I will just attack you in the mountain passes
All right.
and potentially suck away some of your resources.
I got some to spare.
You do.
Okay, they will use a charge to turn
Turn
that
that
into a
into a
1.
one.
That is the priority.
Yep.
and then you have 4, so that is 2 hits.
Yep.
And I can... So,
those are misses currently, and that's a miss currently.
currently, I do have 3 horses.
So you could either give yourself a second hit.
I'm just going to screen that off.
All right.
So that is
One
one
hit
hit each.
And then you lose 3 resources.
Yeah.
Because there are 3 Mongols left
Remaining.
where the combat took place.
Yep.
Go back there. Mongols always keep their horse.
And you know. Okay.
Yep. Amass and then attack and plunder.
Okay. Ashvapati,
Lord of Horses.
stay eligible. Bamani rulers likened to Hindu god. They gain 3 horses, then execute a free limited attack.
There are 2 in the supply, in case you wanted to know.
Oh, that's interesting, huh?
And war horses and siege technology imported from overseas spend a number of resources to gain that number of horses up to 3, then do a limited attack for anyone that isn't Ken.
Yeah. All right, so
Stay eligible.
let's go ahead and do command decree.
Okay.
Sure.
So we're going to. I think I have to trade first in order to get stuff I want here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
5 resources, so 7.
Yep.
Nope. 2, 7. Sorry.
2-7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, so that was the decree. What is the command, sir?
I think it's migrate.
Okay, then,
Yeah, I
handle
think
your
so.
business.
Yep. So we're gonna go. 1.
Okay.
So, just go ahead and take care of that. I lose a point. Okay.
And then,
Spend his resource.
do I want to do like push one up, Seems expensive. Seems expensive. All right, so now that we've worked this out, I'm actually going to do this in reverse order, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
You had enough
So-
money. You had 2 before.
Yeah, and
So
I'm only I'm gonna spend 1 to move here, and then 1 to do the influence
Yep.
trade. So,
and now you do the other thing.
Let me see.
Okay.
and when I trade, I get 2 horses instead of 1,
So you have 1 less resource
Yeah.
because you spent 1 there that I didn't spend.
and then I grab 2 horses, which you may choose to take with your event, but
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I got to figure out where I lose my.
but you might rather take those first since you're about to attack him, probably.
What are we waiting for you for? You're ineligible? Sorry. Oh, right. It's not going to affect what I'm doing, so you can keep thinking.
All right.
I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to take those. Thanks,
What?
buddy.
Are you sure you're gonna take him from me?
Thanks, buddy. Why would I not?
Who are you attacking?
Who said I'm attacking anybody?
But I mean,
You two are exactly tied.
But if you're fighting him,
Am I fighting him, Ken? You're putting words in my mouth.
the way your troops are positioned, seems like it might be a good idea to try to fight him.
Are you happy now?
The
Convention coming down a little bit.
A little more happy.
Done.
Yeah, this one makes sense, I think. Yeah.
So that goes. Done.
Yep.
Ashvapati, Lord of Horses. Lord of half the horses, actually, as it turns out.
Yeah, not so bad.
Bahmani Sultan assassinated. Stay eligible. Vijayanagara captures Goa. While the Bahmanis are destabilized, I can take up to 2 resources and 2 horses.
Sure, knock yourself out. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't command a decree.
I hear you. You can conspire or trade.
This is not an event for me, so I will not be taking it.
Right. Oh, he's ineligible. So never mind.
That flag is, even if I took that, I would be executing it.
Right.
You guys would get to do it.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Which I'm just not a fan of, I won't lie to you. Gosh.
Okay, so we are gonna do the full Monty here, and let's get that off the board. We are going to rally in Bengal.
Can you?
Not rally. Sorry, migrate. Wrong word.
There you go.
Drop me 1 resource for sure, and. Oh wait. Oh right, because yeah. This is the right thing. We will yeah.
Oh, we didn't bother with the trade stuff last time.
Yeah, I didn't change it based on that.
Yeah.
We've been doing so much map stuff because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm still at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
And just to tap it out, could give them another minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. That's why I didn't take horses from him. I'm surprised you're not doing the event.
Huh?
I'm just surprised you're not doing the event. Ken is currently the leader. It's not a get the leader game. It's not about that. But
It's interesting though. Like I mean, I hear it, except there's no guarantee that you're on the top of the flag list next time.
the most points I can gain at the end of the game is 3.
Right.
So in theory, at best right now, with doing nothing else, 1, 2, 3, I'm at 9. So I have to make some moves.
But
you were right to assume that I'm gonna punch somebody.
But it probably makes sense for him to go here, right? Like that.
It looks like a point.
That takes points away from me.
Yeah. And
how does it take points away from you?
Because I'm going to lose an influence if you do it.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
And you have the money to do
You're
that.
right.
So I've already dropped you 1 for this.
Okay.
And by the way,
actually,
So
Yeah,
so
but you could migrate from Andhra there too.
that is
Yeah.
also a fair point.
Yeah.
So I think we go 2 there.
Yep.
Point. Would you
You
like
got to
to
spend the resource.
Would you like to spend another
thing.
resource?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So that will go
well, well.
there, there.
Yep.
And I'm at 2. We're currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resources I could get. Or do I build my temple? I think we go ahead and build the temple. There.
Another point.
It is one of those things that, like, it never feels convenient to do it, but man, is it important.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking about never convenient to do it,
The next time you trade,
Yeah, I know.
you're going to be real excited about it.
I am going to pass.
Well, hold on.
You're not done?
I'm making sure I'm not migrating anywhere else. That's all.
You can do it 2 more places.
Yeah, I know. I don't. You know what? Actually, I moved 2 in.
Yeah?
Still only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm good with that.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Get 3 resources.
Okay. There.
I'm sorry I didn't trigger that event for you, Ken. I know that breaks your heart.
I also get to go here, right?
Why?
That's me.
That's him.
Oh. I thought I was like, I got to make sure I'm eligible this time.
I mean,
No,
we can.
decline.
No,
I don't
okay,
like it.
all right.
Decline. I
Okay,
don't
well,
like
I'm trying to do what
we vote
Ken
no.
wants.
Mongol.
Oh, now we're gonna lose some troops off the board.
A lot of Edward Mongol stuff going on here.
What? No, actually, I think that's even. I think that legitimately is even. 1 in each.
Yellow, blue. Yellow, blue.
Yellow,
Okay,
blue.
so
Yeah, it's even.
Even and evenly spread. You each got 1 in each.
Right.
The
Yeah,
interesting
so
question
far.
here is like, do you cascade first so you can do the double hit?
Right in Delhi.
Yeah.
But he has 1 million troops in
And
Delhi.
a
is the
million
problem.
horses.
Yeah.
But he can only hit you twice. So the best he can do.
In Delhi, I could. If you do nothing, I could kill them, and then you get to do nothing.
Right. But the best he could do is still lose 4 troops and 2 resources if you max it up before you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we do.
So-
So 1 goes there, and then the other 2 go down, and then we'll go ahead and fight in Delhi.
Fight in Delhi. All right.
All right, come
God,
on,
you sound
Mongols.
excited.
You only roll 3 dice because you're fighting me in Delhi.
Yeah, so you're not going to hit that many.
So
okay.
hold on. In the Punjab, it's 1 for many, and
In Punjab, it's one coin, 1 troop, and you'll roll all 4 dice. But attacking in Delhi, because in Delhi you don't care about doing hits. You actually, for attacking and plunder, great. You get some of my troops out of this area.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
care,
really
about
about
you care about not taking hits.
yeah, not dying. Which here I'm hitting on everything, and I have 5 horses.
You're hitting on
Yeah,
you're hitting on
you know
one
what?
extra die.
let's actually fight in the Punjab.
Well, let's fight in Punjab.
I think that's smarter.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
think so.
Okay.
All right. So 2 hits, 1 of which is automatic.
They will roll that down to make it a 1 to make it unscreenable.
Yep.
Yep.
Both of mine hit already, so I could, in theory, screen off some hits.
Or a hit.
1 hit. Yeah.
The 4.
True.
That's it.
I will do so.
All right.
Okay, so 1 and 1. No, I'm sorry. I lose. The Mongols lose 2. You lose 1.
and now
Yeah.
I lose
You lose 2 troops, 2 resources,
2 resources. Not
Yep.
3.
and 2 from out in the provinces. Which, if you're taking
It's already
request-
done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd already figured
horses.
out.
I
Figured
know
out.
it.
I already
that,
figured that out.
I think that.
It's probably not perfect. It's probably a
seems
better
reasonable.
idea, but I think it's just to keep moving with it. I think
Yeah.
it's good enough.
I like it.
And I am going to go ahead and lose in influence.
Losing a point.
Gain 2 resources and a couple horsies. Oh, there's 1. You know what?
I think you two need to fight each other more. We'll talk about it more at the end, but
It's worked out pretty well for us not to fight each other so far.
yeah, but only one of you is going to win.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
It's really hard.
I'm going to even things out between Ken and I.
Okay.
I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, in theory at least, it's easier for me to get more horses, so it
Yes.
probably makes sense to take
Yeah,
them
yeah,
away.
yeah. Right.
So,
All right, so Mongol invasion. That is the last one for this
of this,
quarter.
of this
And
third
then the
quarter.
next two we're going to see are
Are the
teamer.
end of the game.
Are
Yeah.
Specifically teamer.
Yep.
All right, Yadava Kingdom annexed.
Give me something good.
Multi-ethnic policy seeds development in each province adjacent to Devagiri
Yep, and gold.
and Gobarga. So between those, so it's any of those 6 provinces, right?
mean,
1, 2,
govern
3,
for
4,
free.
5. You can govern for free and replace. Oh, here you
for free,
yeah,
ignoring location requirements.
and place a troop.
So the location requirements for govern is tributaries, places I control, Mongol invasion regions, or Delhi.
Yep.
So I can just do it anywhere I want. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Um,
Hey Brooks, what's up?
and then what is yours? In each province adjacent to the same locations, whoever takes it may replace one of my units.
With one of theirs.
Oh, yeah, I don't care about that. Great. So you can turn that guy into a Mir or a Raja who will die.
To be clear, won't
Sorry,
be a Raja.
10, you could turn it into
Thank you.
one of those cubes into a Mir if you wanted to, which actually isn't bad for you, to be fair. You like being places.
It's bad for me.
Okay, fair. No, I think
But you do like being in multiple, in a bunch of different places. So
I do.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry I forgot, but those guys come.
Yeah.
By the way, if I was ever to be ineligible, this feels like a good time to do it.
command and decree.
All right,
Sensible.
make it happen.
Question is, what do I want to do? I think my decree is going to be demand obedience. And I'm going to demand the obedience of Tamilakhan.
Okay, so that becomes a tributary for
That
you.
becomes a
Add
tributary.
a point for yourself.
Point for myself, and I get its prosperity and
Ah.
resources.
Congratulations.
Okay.
And then I believe my commands are going to be attack. Can I have the pogs, please? Thank you.
Did you just call them pogs?
Yep. Sure did, boss.
They're pawns.
I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, I mean, the doink.
Mountain
Don't-
passages.
It seems like a good way to die.
I agree. I think it'd be great.
I like it.
So there's nowhere. I mean, I can attack you here just to pip him off the map.
Go for it.
I can also launch an attack into here
Sure.
with
You get
two
it.
guys with +1 of the governor. That's there. I'm going 3
Fighting
dice.
3 versus 3.
3 versus 3. I have more horses than you. It's interesting, actually.
Sure, go for it.
But you're rolling 4 dice, and if it.
dice.
But
Only
I'm
3
likely to
Three,
lose.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm likely to lose at least 1, and you're about to replace another one, which will start threatening my controller Malwa if I let you get a rebellion in there. So I don't think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
It's just money's a little bit tighter now, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to spend 2 down to
All right.
6, or down from 6 to 4 to do these 2.
Okay.
So we'll start with Delhi.
These are ones. This is stuff you absolutely had to do.
So we're going in Delhi.
We'll do Delhi and then Punjab.
That is.
So this does nothing for them, so they don't bother with it.
Right.
And I hit with 3.
So far.
I will hit with 4, so I'm going to use this to spin that down.
Okay.
Yep.
They try to use theirs, it doesn't matter.
Do
Right.
you want to screen the one that is the hit?
No, I'm going to hold on to my
You
horses.
got a lot.
All
Of
right,
got a
so
lot.
all 4. Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
the right
it's
answer.
gone.
You're gonna hold your horses. Is that what you just said?
There you go. Okay.
And we'll do it again. In
The Punjab.
In Punjab.
Come on, ones.
Slightly worse.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
a 1.
So I go first, and I could screen that off before they have the chance to
Sure.
turn it into an auto hit. I
Roll like
Did
ass.
not do well. You did not do well, sir.
no, sir. No, I
You
did not.
you hit nothing. All right, you got a bunch of ponies. You can hit 1.
Yeah, I could screen down the 5 to a 3,
3.
and then I could screen off the hit that they are going to do. God, that's so much.
That is so bad. Mongols. Feels like so here.
I am going to spend 2 to turn that 5 down to a 3.
Okay.
That way I kill 1. They will turn this down to a 1 and kill 1 back, so we'll
Yep.
trade. That way, if you amass, you don't overflow into Delhi.
Yeah. That's
So
reasonable.
So just let me. Okay,
But
so
do we amass? How does the Timurid one work? Because that's where we
The
are
Timurid,
right now, right?
what will happen first is half of these guys, I can't remember rounded up or down, will go into mountain passes. I
then
don't
there's an
know. I
overflow?
don't know if they flow.
Okay.
I can look. That's common.
So
knowledge.
while he's looking at this, I find it really. So I can't help but remember what Dan Carlin said at the beginning of his series on the Mongol, on Genghis Khan and the Mongols.
3 will go into there and that's it. And then the next one, they fight, and then
Okay.
we have a dust up in Delhi.
Gotcha.
But like we're cheering on the Mongols here, right? Which again,
Yeah.
the Mongols killed upwards of 55 million people in history.
Mm.
That's like cheering on the Nazis, but not as bad. Yet,
Well,
hold on.
So
but
different.
again, the fact that it was 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago versus 80 years ago.
You can also draw more direct lines of positive things that the Mongols did.
100%. I get that. I find it interesting because time
Well, and I
makes
mean,
a difference.
It's the same problem as it's the dead body in water. How far away from a corpse in a body of water do you need to be before you consider it okay?
right.
Because
If you wade into the Atlantic Ocean,
you're sharing it with many dead
there's a
bodies.
corpse in there somewhere for sure.
That's
okay.
a good point. Yeah, that's
An
actually.
Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Yeah, no.
Can you see it? Does it matter? You know it's there, but you can't see it.
Yeah,
It's the same
there you go.
thing.
Right, same idea. Right. No,
Yeah.
I find it interesting that just anyway.
Everyone has their limit on the swimming pool thing,
Yeah.
the water thing.
Yeah, Blue. I've never heard that in my life. I like that.
So I don't need enough resources to pass. The event is not appealing. I guess like
Limcom. Just get a resource.
so
But
the
a
event
Limcom is Limcom.
like the event would be like, oh, it's not even stay eligible, so no frickin' way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, that was my bad. Yep.
I think
it's
that's
not.
something that
Okay.
like if I had ran down here
Yeah.
and taken Maharashtra from you, Majideshh back from you, you could just pit me all over the place.
Yeah.
Currently you are putting one Emir on the board. And
Right.
removing
Blech.
one troop. No, it's bad. Limcom or pass. Limcom.
Yeah, so I think like my choices here really pretty much amount to maybe taking you out fully in Sindh,
Good.
maybe taking you out fully in Gujarat, which involves taking a governor out, which is always
Yeah,
nice.
governors. Getting rid of governors is good.
Um
I figured that would be what you do.
yeah.
Or you could go after Edward. If
I
I
get
do
it.
well against Timur, we're all in
By the
theory
way, he's
tied.
pointing at those. So,
Sorry,
yeah.
right. The board's quite tight. If I do well against Timur and I get 3 points by throwing him back,
Sure,
we're
I
all
hear you.
tied. So you can fight me, but I got to do that anyway, and I got other problems. So you two have pushed me down sufficiently that I'm in an okay spot. It's not great. You two haven't fought each other at all,
Well,
which is fine. It's
we fought each other on the
Yeah, an
influence track.
influence. I've kept him under my boot, honestly.
you,
to be
congratulations.
fair,
You've
yeah.
thrown
Yeah.
you've thrown much better banquets.
So I will say, like, there's also an argument for just migrating one time to be a pain in the butt.
Right, which I would lose 2 troops, and
Yeah.
that I mean it's a political fight effectively, right? Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think I'm
yep.
at 11.
No.
3,
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, no, I just can't count.
Yeah, I will. That's what I'll do. So take me down to total resources.
Oh. And
Drop, raise.
ping
Yeah.
pong. I know that that's how you two fight, and you can also fight on the map, but like,
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about it more at the end. But I think if
Yeah.
one of you committed more to violence against the other insurgent faction,
You know
I
what?
think you'd
This
be very
is just
clearly the
kicking my
winner.
own ass.
Take it out of Tamilicon. I mean, it could just die anyway. Or you're gonna make me spend the spend the time.
I think that is the right answer. And I think I take it there. All right. All right, so that is here, that goes there, that goes there.
Yeah, I'm taking a
Done.
turn off.
Okay. 2, 4, 6. Siege of Warrengal. Stay eligible comes back.
Warrengall is there.
We may remove tributary marker and place up to 2 emirs or rajas in one province adjacent to Warrengall, which doesn't matter, so nobody's taking the event.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up first.
Correct. You're gonna leave a command and decree for Ken?
Probably not.
Probably not. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
Juicy fruit is there. I think I might come out okay against Teamer. At least so far. I've done well to manage this, I think.
Yeah, no, you're in much better shape in general than you were in the last game.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You're in better shape in the provinces, and you're in better shape in the mountain passes up there.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're in great shape.
No, but I think this is closer than the spread of our pre-play.
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better.
Which I think is to the game's credit. Like, this role is so unique compared to the other two.
Yeah.
This is my 3.5 play of this game. I think I bet the Delhi Sultan every time because it's my copy, so I'm always kind of showing. I learn something every time.
Right?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm real close to putting this in my bag to go to PAX because I'm taking the train down with 2 of my buddies, and we have a table on the train.
Nice.
And we bought out the 4th seat so we can have a private table to just play games the whole train ride down to Philly. So who knows?
So
that would be a deranged thing.
I'm gonna probably do something dumb here.
Oh, is that the Koh-i-Noor? It is. The Koh-i-Noor diamond among war spoils. Even though it didn't look like
Whoa.
this time.
You ever seen that thing up close?
No, it's in. I think it's. Still,
It's in the Tower of London, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's in a crown
What is
looted
that?
from the British, and then they refined it. They cut it poorly. It's the Koh-i-Noor diamond.
It's an extremely
It used to be,
clear, flawless diamond,
which the British looted and
the
then
size of a football.
screwed up.
Okay.
It's like the size of your head.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay. The problem is if I do, I hate going first.
Which like has
before
been
you.
kicking around the whole time because it's Indian culture for hundreds and hundreds of years. The Mughals had it. I think it was in the throne, and the British took it out and put it in the crown.
Okay, I will do it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, Severia says it also shows up on a card in PAX Premier. Yep, it's
And then?
There. I mean, what I want to do, I'm not going to, is I want to migrate to there,
Sure.
do it.
but...
What did you do previously? I'm sorry, I was
I put the temple up.
chatting about the Koh-i-Noor.
I It just feels like I'm spinning my tires.
Bangladesh is weak.
But the problem is,
I will continue to try to pitch you two against each other for what it's worth.
well, I think what I will do instead is, I know it's 3v3,
Yeah.
but we're going to attack there in Gondwana.
3v3.
No.
Well,
3v1.
it's 3v1. I realized after I said that.
Okay.
Okay. Take him down. Did you need to spend a resource?
Oh, one resource.
Gotcha.
You gonna attack anywhere else? I guess
No,
do you have
just
to?
that.
How does it work? Do you have to declare it? I don't know how it works.
Well, so he's taking the action. He's set where
Yeah.
he wants to attack. He's
No,
going to
I mean,
attack
it's
here.
the only place I can attack.
You can attack there.
Untrue.
Okay.
Well, that
Or-
there you could
It's a
actually.
good question
there you could
about
actually hit
order.
on 3.
Do you have to choose all of your attack locations before you start rolling?
I could, but no. There's
all right.
no.
I rolled 2 6s.
You in fact did. So as the attacker, I'm hitting on 2.
You're already hitting enough.
You could screen them though.
Yes, I could. That's true.
So I think I will spend 1 horse.
All right.
There.
Cool.
Done. That goes away.
Yep.
And I won, so that goes up. That goes down. Down 1, up 1. Done.
Cool.
It's
That's
an interesting question. That
I'm gonna take a limited command.
do you have to declare? I think you have to declare
I think
all
you
attack
do.
spaces,
Yeah,
and then you choose the order.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yep.
correct. Sorry, just it's irrelevant now, but just to,
Anyway, so I also, because I was a victor,
Sure.
gained it.
so
We
plus 1
already
minus.
moved it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Take a limited command.
Yep.
And I think like
Don't want to pass. Kind of broke. Don't look at mine. You're kind of broke.
I'm okay. I think. Yeah, attacking's not terrible.
We're up in Sin.
Cinder Gujarat. Gujarat probably.
Yeah, getting a governor.
That's
off the
here.
board.
Yeah. I missed that.
I think it's probably Gujarat.
Yeah. Rallying isn't the craziest idea.
Just do it in my Maharashtra. Get your 2 guys on the board, or actually
No,
do it in Gujarat.
probably Majadesh, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Oh no, they're saying 1 at a time.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So I could have. Okay, that succeeded.
You could have seen
then
the
I'm
result
gonna-
of that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, let's get my guys out there. We'll rally in Majadesh.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
spending your resource.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see it.
All right.
Last card before the final.
Empire building, just not by me.
It's Pax Premier coin.
Can trade or tax or trade tax or gain 3 resources for Ken.
Mm-hmm.
For the other Yahoo, can place up to 2 troops in any 3 provinces adjacent to Goa or Warangol, and govern in one of them for free. Oof. And to stay eligible. All right, Ken. And
govern only works if
this is the last here. Everybody can spend 3 resources to
governors,
shift
I see.
influence
Yep.
in either direction. 3, so everybody gets to do that.
Yep.
That's what's coming.
All right. So
One day, board gamer. You know what y'all watching can do? A few things. Here, I'm gonna talk to y'all while Ken's thinking about this. First off, like and subscribe because legitimately it helps.
Send thumbs.
It really does. Consider supporting the show on Patreon, patreon.com/HCHQ. And the last thing y'all can do is if you're on social media and if you're not on BGG or email, touch base with GMT. Tell them you find value in what it is that we do. And maybe we can make more GMT games appear on Heavy Cardboard. That would certainly be appreciated. So that's the biggest thing y'all can do for us tonight.
It's just,
What
it's
are
for the
you
camera,
doing?
it's for the
What?
camera. I'm people putting pieces on names. I'm trying to.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
ba-doop-doo. So I'm going to trade first.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 resources. Looks
Yep.
like.
I'd like to
to
finish
6.
our playthrough of Liberty or Death.
And then 1 cavalry, please, also.
The ponies. You said 2/6, correct? Not plus
Yes.
6. Got it.
And
Increases up to 6.
The number becomes the big number.
Right, yes.
Kind of there looking down on us.
That also goes for Severio and Matthew as well.
All right, so I'm doing this.
Which, if you like this and you say, what's the next thing? What's another thing like this? Great Cuba Libre playthrough
It's linked down below.
with the full teach, which is really good.
I would argue it's the best one on the internet.
I'm sitting in the room with you. You're my friend. I'm not gonna. I'm not a neutral observer. Ethically, I can't comment.
What should I do here?
Sure you can.
Sure, I can. It's pretty good.
Thanks.
You taught
Pretty
me.
good.
You taught me so well. I performed admirably in that game. No spoilers.
There is that.
I just can't figure out what to do that's going to encourage Kyle to do things that I want him to do.
Well, you got to decide soon. Otherwise, he's going to start a stand-up routine. We know how that went last time.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Oh
Hello, my
man!
ragtime
No, I didn't realize
darling.
we're going that road. Let me kiss my way, baby, my heart's on fire.
All right, fine. We can do these two, I guess.
What are we doing?
Getting it on!
All right. So spending 2.
Yeah.
Which one first? They both support each other. If
No,
you
they
want.
don't. Well, yeah, they can.
Yes, they can.
It's for him, not for me.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I'll support from here for this one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. You tried so hard.
That's a lot of hits, and he
Would
has
you like
one
to spend any
horse.
horses?
I don't see a reason to
I
do
cannot
that.
fathom why you
I
would.
also don't spend any horses.
Okay.
So,
All right.
okay, you can go back.
And the governor has been removed. So that one is DUN done. Okay.
Okay, and here, presumably supporting with 2 from
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. And they can, even though they've battled, they can support.
No, they cannot. They can only be used as part of one command
That's
turn.
okay. That's
Oh.
the question,
Actually,
right?
you do not support with them. So you should have done the order different.
The other direct should have done it in the other order.
Okay.
You should have used these 2 to support here.
That's a rule I would have liked to know before I chose.
This is the first
so-
time it's come up in
Yeah.
5 hours of the
So hold
same.
on. So hold on.
Because I can still do 2 rolls and hitting on 4.
Yeah, I was
So
about to
hold
say
on.
we should just
Yeah.
that is something we really literally have not spoken about.
Yeah.
It is single use per piece.
We just re-rolled it.
No,
Yeah, let's-
no. Keep the roll as it
keep
was.
the roll and we'll.
Oh.
Oh, just
Okay.
give me a second, fellas.
Cool. Yeah.
To be clear, it's 3, 1, 2 single use per piece. No piece may be used more than once during one command. And no more than 1 march, migrate, attack.
Help me out. Here we go. 6. Hold on.
You still did it.
Okay.
There we go. Hold on.
Yeah.
6, 3, 3, 2.
We're still doing this one.
Oh, you're still doing the same.
So you don't care
Fight?
about the order.
Well, I can still roll and hit with 4s.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
So done, and now these 2 guys have committed over here.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Jesus.
let's go, fellas.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Never mind.
So
Thanks,
I
the
would
Maddest
have
Gamer.
to spend.
You currently have 1 hit,
Yeah,
and you cannot screen mine.
that's right.
And I have 1 horse with which to screen after you decide all your roll downs. Sind? You were talking smack earlier about Sind.
I was. Yeah, that's such a terrible roll for me.
That was Ken from the past. This is Ken now, regretting.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? This currently hits. These 3 are all obviously.
Yes. Thanks for that, Kyle.
It's not for you. It's for them. And for my own satisfaction.
I mean, we all know the right answer is to turn this into a 1 and call it good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It sucks, but
which 2 would you like to use?
these guys obviously. Yeah.
I think so. And I lose
Yeah.
1.
All right. Now,
Nothing really changed there. I think that was a valiant defense.
well, now we'll see if I've encouraged Kyle to do the right thing or not.
Right for whom?
All right.
For me, obviously.
Kyle.
Yeah, see, the thing is, you took my command and decree, which makes me upset.
Be
There's
bitter.
a stay eligible
Be petty.
for you, pal.
2 troops.
You can place up 2 troops in any 3 provinces adjacent to. So there, or any of those 6.
Which I'm just gonna do that for my own visual reference. No, I think I'm gonna take a limited command. Or do I want? No, that is interesting.
I mean,
It's up to 3, right?
Yeah. So that's 6 troops down.
Yeah. It puts you very close to the number in Andhra.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. The issue is I have other things I need to do with my next turn. I could do that because it's a stay eligible event, right?
Yep.
Goa and Warrengal.
Yep. So it's these 6.
Yeah, I could put 2 in Andhra. I could throw 2 in Maharashtra to apply pressure. And 2 in Gondwana to apply pressure.
Yep. But not 2 in Karnataka. That would be crazy.
I agree.
It is the most built up of those.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Counting my fort?
No, I'm less worried about the fort. If I max out hits, you're both left with 1 either way.
I suppose that's true.
Math. It's my engineering degree working overtime.
I'm not going to re-roll with snake eyes every time, buddy.
Says you.
Says me.
I've watched Oath. I see how Ken rolls.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, maybe Fate is just confused about what rolls
game?
are good.
Yeah, right, yeah.
There's no shields on these dice.
Weird, or doublers.
I'll take the stay eligible event.
Okay.
We'll go 2 into Andhra. I just could put pressure on the capitals.
I think it seems pretty. Yeah.
All right.
My kind of army that is materialized out of thin air down in the south. These guys came off an event.
All right. So can spend 3 resources to shift our influence in either direction.
Yep.
Can be taken up to 3 times, or in our case, once, because nobody has enough resources. So it goes there, then me. Go. If you want to.
I will spend 1 to drop Edward 1. That's it. Which puts you to... I think even before you two decide, let me check points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys are tied at 10 after I take that action.
Yep.
Your action.
I'm going to...
I get a govern in one of those.
Yeah, and govern in 1 for free. Correct. Yep.
Thank you.
Severe.
Yep. Place a governor or...
Hey, John.
That gets you up to the number if you place a governor on Andhra.
Yeah.
Just saying it's true.
It's not a 2v1 game, is it? That's what I keep hearing.
What I've learned is that it's always a 2v1
Well, here's
game.
the thing. It's actually...
It just depends.
Then...
one shifts.
It's relevant because I will do that, which takes that, would drop you to here. I'm going to take my resource back. You can keep that.
Oh, wow.
You guys are tied.
Yeah,
I spend no resources here.
Yeah.
All right. Ken? 3 resources.
Thank you, Severio.
I think hanging on to resources makes sense here, so I'm going to call it good.
Okay. You can spend 2 of your 3 to get all the way up.
No,
Just
it's
like
all
the Fat
3.
Joe
It's
song.
3 resources.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you have... So I don't have a command and decree next time, but you can tax and get a whole ton of money.
Yep.
So...
Just a reminder that order is not going to shift after this turn.
Yep.
Nope. Not going to do it.
Hey.
Okay.
I think we're all... If we all had maybe 2 more...
Yes.
I think we'd
Yeah,
see
100%. 100%.
For sure.
Yes.
So
All
we're
right.
in the final stack. Just the Mongol cards look different. They're bright red. They have Teamer's face on them. The first one we see, all that's going to happen is half of whatever's in here, half in the Mongol box is going to go to the mountain passes, and that's it.
Yep.
Then the second card triggers the end of the game, which is just going to be a rolling fight from the mountain passes to Punjab to Delhi, where we fight to the death. And I may or may not get some points.
So you can, the Diamond Mines of Golconda, Sultan's oppressive taxation, in each province adjacent to Warrengal with his pieces. You can take up to 2 resources from each faction with a piece there. So you can take 2 from me.
Yeah. Also,
Or from Madhyadesh.
on this card, to be clear, it's 3 resources for 1 shift,
thanks,
not
yeah.
1 resource per shift up to 3 times.
Yeah, it's 3.
I- I stopped myself from spending that, so...
Oh, it's only in Andhra because you have to share.
Yeah, I have to be there, so it's not that. I think it's probably going to be My probably last big stompy command and
Last
decree.
command and decree.
I got
Seems
4
reasonable.
left. Probably a military parade and then some attacks.
Okay.
So it will be exactly that. I will decree first, which is going to be a campaign. We don't need the pawns. I'm going to, from Jaunpur through Delhi up to the mountain passes.
Okay.
I'm going to take Jaunpur. He's going to
Yep.
pick up a friend in Delhi. They're going to pass through Punjab and go up to the mountain passes.
Okay, there's the campaign.
Now I'm going to attack.
All right.
Jeez. Well, I mean, one of them is the mountain passes.
All right.
Thank you.
Spend your resource.
I have spent my resource for the mountain pass. That is happening no matter what.
Yeah. Punjab seems probably not a great idea.
I am going to attack in Gujarat.
Okay.
I'll have one of those.
So spend your resource for that one.
Spent. And I think that might be it. I could support an attack in Karnataka.
Or you could just attack in Andhra, right?
I could just attack in Andhra as well. Yeah, that'll be the third one. Spent. Okay, mountain passes first.
Shall I roll?
I don't know who commanded the last.
I think it was Edward, but
So I got 3 hits. You have one
One
hit.
hit.
The horse is irrelevant
Does
for you guys.
nothing, yeah.
I could screen off that hit, or I could roll down that one to clean that. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my horse to
all right.
roll that down. So
All deads.
lose 1. Oops, all dead.
Man, you got a lot of troops on the board. So many more than you had
Yes,
at the end of
I
our last
know.
game.
Well, that certainly helped.
So second attack is
Yeah,
adjacent
2 events.
to
Yeah.
adjacent to a fort, so
Yeah.
I can support with 2 troops from
Yeah.
there.
Just make sure you roll 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have 4 dice in your hand?
I do, but I'm holding this one. So
I saw it.
Tricky.
I saw it, yeah.
Come on, Snake Eyes. No.
Oh, geez, everyone did poorly. I have no horses to spend. Would you like to spend a horse to get 1 hit?
Would I like to?
Would you like to get a hit? Would you like to spend a horse to get a hit? There's 2 questions here, really.
I think actually it doesn't make sense because you're not like directly threatening.
No,
me,
we-
so I'm going to call it good.
We bounce off each other.
Yeah. That was a waste of time. Hey, Matavo, welcome.
And then I'm going to attack.
I ran in the house.
And so this is
3 on 3, because the temples don't reduce attack.
3 on 3, right?
So, but I'm rolling 4 dice against 2 here.
Yep.
And I have horses and you do not.
Correct.
That sounds right.
I get 2 hits, one of which is unscreenable. You get 1 hit unscreenable. I have no horses to spend. Over to you.
I think we
Screen off.
Screen.
the other.
screen that.
Yep.
There you go, 1 and 1.
Oh, trade. Which keeps the balance of power there still at
Yeah.
3 apiece.
Yep.
Okay. That's me. Probably my last big thing of the game.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, it seems like resources are necessary for you to get.
Oh yeah, if I get to come back around, I gotta get some cash, brother.
So the best you can do points wise is 3 in Delhi.
Yep, I get 3 minus.
The number of Mongol troops.
So if there's 1 Mongol, if I completely die and there's only 1 Mongol there, I actually get 2 points because historically, Delhi
so
got
Yeah.
crushed. So if I can do even slightly better than it's them all the time everywhere, I get some points. Recruiting
Rally.
Why is it 3?
should be 2.
Oh, I don't control it. That's fair.
You do now,
Now I do.
Post.
Right, yeah.
which I will give you 1 point back.
1 point.
1 point.
Done. Here we go.
Now back-to-back teamer. Come on. No actions for the fellas. Back-to-back teamer. Nope.
New calculus. Let's see. We can build.
Well, you're not going to try those words?
Okay. Madava of Sangamagarama
Not bad.
Founds the Kerala School of Astronomy and Mathematics, so you and I can build. It is a state eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of it doesn't matter because he's not going to do it. So
Right.
me first.
Yep.
A build.
So you've only got one place where you could build.
Which here, and that seems...
Doesn't seem like a great idea.
Doesn't feel smart.
Yeah.
Okay. So. 2 of those in the game.
That's right.
Yep.
Closer every time.
Nearer teamer to be. That was a weird
Yeah.
cut. That was a
Pretty
weird
much.
cut.
Sure.
Currently, he'll be adding 5.
Mm-hmm.
And if this guy somehow beefs it before the end of the game, he'll be adding 6. He adds half of whatever's left.
Yep.
The issue is I'm rolling on defense, so I'm only rolling 2 dice, which is bad. I'm in a fight. I need more men. Do I actually? I can't remember if I have the tiebreaker the Goat and Tiger game in here.
Yeah, that seems
Which, if there
dumb.
is a tie, we absolutely should play it. I don't know if I did.
There is a not inconsiderable chance of a tie.
I know. I think I got rid of it.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here.
Which would track for me.
Like, should you command a decree?
Yeah.
Right, because, I mean, your decree would almost have to be attacks.
Right.
But then you'd have all the resources you need to do whatever the heck
No,
else
we
you're
got it.
doing.
The
Okay.
tiebreaker minigame.
Okay, sure.
So it would let you clean him up. Right?
I mean,
Because
there
right now
and
you're
there.
winning. And even maybe there.
How? I can only use 2 of the troops. I can't use 4. Can't use 2 from there and 2 from there.
Yeah, but like, you could use troops from here,
1 troop.
and troops from here,
2 troops.
right? Like,
No, you only get 1.
What?
Read your attack.
Oh, you're right.
You are not the fighty faction.
You are correct. But attacking doesn't get me anything.
it gets you.
Gets rid of me, which you already own that part of the board. The only one that might make sense for you to attack is this one, because that'll attack my points. You fight me here? Okay, go ahead, boss. Those are your points already.
Yeah.
It prevents him from getting cute, though, in a way. Like, all he needs is 1 campaign to take you out of here.
Or...
Sure, definitely attack the
also-
person who's not currently winning.
Also, to you, or...
Yeah, right.
I stand by that you two need to fight each other more. You're letting it come down to chance. And to be clear, you both have not fought each other, really only targeted me, and I'm still effectively tied with you pending teamer.
Well,
Right.
the problem is...
So if we hadn't attacked you the whole time, you'd be way ahead, is what you're saying.
Or you could have attacked each other, and I would have been slightly closer, but one of you would have been leaps and
But
bounds.
anybody who attacks...
You also shift influence you when you attack each other,
No, I understand, but it makes yourself a target as well.
Yeah.
correct?
And it weakens you.
Yeah, that's...
So that's the problem with it. That's why nuclear war hasn't happened yet.
just a bunch of horses.
I have no idea.
India's nuclear program is currently in the horse age.
I apologize. I feel like this is...
No, this is the game. We are in the last probably 3 turns, maybe 4 turns of actual actions, not teamer. 3 at least.
Right.
Actually, it could be just this one, because the next 2 cards could just be teamer.
Yeah.
But, right, there's 6 cards after this one. 4 of those are normal events. You might get to see all of them. Maybe.
Yeah.
Which I really like, which we'll talk about. But only seeing 1 card, having no foresight like you do in like Cuba Libre to see the next card that's coming.
Yeah.
That's also what
So
I'm doing
this is probably stupid, but I'm going to do that
Ooh.
Interesting.
and put that there. Done.
I am knocking you down 1 resource.
You know what? Actually, roll that back.
I'm giving you one.
Give me one more.
Give you one more.
I will
That
pass.
makes more sense.
okay.
Yeah.
That is smarter. Yeah. Because I'm putting the pressure on Ken. If he takes it, he might be done, and it allows me to react to anything he does to me.
Or you could
Yeah,
build.
but we all might be done, right?
We could be. I don't know. That's why I struggle with that decision.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is I don't want definitively one of y'all to act after me.
Right.
This is
Sure.
hopefully a pause. So,
You could take me out of there. Take me out of there as well. Could go
that may have
could
been
go
dumb.
after
I don't know.
the leader. Weirdly, again, just throwing it out there.
I mean, yeah. So, you can't build, so the event doesn't matter.
Correct.
Oh yeah, definitely not doing the event.
Yeah, because it's dead for you. You can't.
It's
build.
dead for both. Well, I could have, but that was. No.
What, you don't want a point? Actually, might have been a safe point. I only got one resource. You think I'm gonna spend it fighting you?
That's actually, in hindsight, I probably should have done that.
So I guess there is a chance.
Okay, you took too long. I'll do it. Drop me down a resource.
So for not passing,
Right, and I'll
Yeah.
do that and 1 point.
Yep.
That actually.
I have such little resources right now. Am I
Yeah.
gonna go fight that temple? Ken, that's a you problem, brother.
It's not a me problem. It's too
That's
far.
actually the right choice. It is.
no,
too far
not,
away.
not that temple.
Any
Him,
temple.
him being up here. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a you problem.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tense.
I think I'm just going to take a limited command and put these guys out
All right.
in the hopes that there's an event that comes next time that.
Everybody.
Everybody eligible.
Here we go.
Teamer. Yep.
All right. Timurid Empire. So, first succession crisis in Delhi in 1388. At half of the Mongol invaders
Rounding down.
rounded down to the mountain pass.
Yep.
So, okay. So,
There's
there
11,
you
so 5, and this is not
go.
like
No
a pass.
spillover.
No
Just
spillover.
straight out. Done. Now, the next card could end the game.
It could.
Ideally, it doesn't. Ideally, I get to act.
Actually, come on, Teamer.
Yeah, you're loving it.
Yeah. All right. Siege of Chittor.
Chittor's here.
Stay eligible, so it's up there. Okay. We can replace up to 2 units adjacent to Chittor, rebelling units, and place a temple or fort in the Rajput kingdom. Okay.
Sure. Or
I have no temples.
Correct.
That would 100% be the move for me. But I have no temples. You can replace up to 3 opposing units up there.
Yeah, and one
Sure.
of these 3.
Okay, not
Yep.
that's a not me. Damn it, here we go again.
That was not the card I needed.
It's
That is not the card I
not great for me.
but it's
No.
not bad.
No.
So I think I kick it on down the road. 1 resource. Stall.
Stall.
And I think there's 4 cards left, so 25% chance.
Yeah. With each one, we're closer
Yes.
now.
Yep. So, yep.
I'll take a limited command.
Wow.
Gonna spend my last one. I'm gonna fight in the mountain pass.
Smart.
All right, sure. Wow. Everybody hits.
Everybody hits all the time.
and
Those
that's it.
effectively do nothing.
So you kill 4.
Do you want? Oh, you don't have any horses.
Timur
so you
kills
take,
2.
You do take 2
Yep.
losses.
It's fine, but I have 1 in Delhi. So.
You're in really good shape.
Yeah, because no more of these guys come out. To be clear, the
Yeah.
second Timur card, they just start fighting here and they flow down.
That's glorious.
So I
couldn't
have
have been better.
guaranteed my 3 points. It could have been better if he didn't get any hits at all, but I will
well,
take.
that was, yeah. All right, Ken.
So I can't replace, but I could place a fort,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can place a
Can't
fort in the
imagine why you
Rocky
wouldn't.
Kingdoms.
AKA
A point.
Scoring a point. Yeah, so stay eligible, score a point.
All right. Here we go again. Send this thing around again.
It's not good though, really.
No, it's.
Oh, I think it's glorious. This is perfect.
Come
Come on, man!
on.
Vinja range. Stay eligible. So this side of the board can move any of your troops in Gondwana and Madhya. Help me out.
Madhya Desh.
That to Delhi. So Gondwana. So here we can move him into there. Which no, he can campaign, then govern, attack, or demand obedience in a province adjacent to here. So there or there. And it's your option.
Yeah.
It is a stay eligible.
I think that sounds great, actually.
Yep.
I think I'm going to. Could I have the white pawns, please?
Yep.
I'm going to need. Keep that one. Give me the other 4. Give me the glass thing.
In a province.
No. It's I may campaign, then govern, attack in a province.
Oh, so you're campaigning first. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Campaigning one province does nothing.
Yeah,
that's a
enough.
nothing burger.
All right.
This is going to be the start.
Mm.
And then there. And then here. And then here.
Okay. All right. So that shifts.
Control to me.
Yep.
I lose a point.
You lose a point. I am then going to demand obedience.
Ah, because it gives you a point.
That will give me a point.
Yep.
All right, Ken.
To be clear, that was a campaign which I did, and then I can choose one of govern, attack, demand obedience.
Yep.
I controlled it after I moved in. I have a governor there after the move. I demand
Yep.
obedience. I also get a resource out of that, which actually might be very important.
Oh.
That was
Okay.
good.
Well, I'm not going to claim that this was good, but it's what I'm doing.
I know what this is, so go ahead.
Oh, wait. I don't have a gosh darn piece.
There is a board for that,
What?
for you from the past.
What? What am I missing?
I need a piece.
Okay.
What exactly do you want? Just let's spell it out.
So if I could conspire.
You have a piece. That's a piece.
Yeah. But I don't have a piece here. So if I could conspire,
He could put.
I could replace his governor with one of my emirs,
Oh.
and then I could rebel.
Oh. Okay, and that would give you the point.
It would give me the point.
Yep.
But because he has committed so many forces to holding Gujarat, Madhya,
Yeah.
Yep.
Maharashtra, and Sindh, and your influence is you don't have any.
So I will have to do something else. So I'm going to migrate
Mana decree.
1,
So that is one resource.
2,
This is a second location, so another resource. So
Yep.
spending 2. Got it.
and then I'll spend the 3rd to do the influence trade.
Okay. So you go up 1. Just a point. Ever goes down 1. Point.
There.
Where's the other one coming from?
I mean, Tamilakam looking pretty good right now. Although I guess if he attacks you, you lose a point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You are mistaken, sir.
Probably Karnataka.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
it just has the
Yep.
most defenders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will, with my other action,
Yeah, that was all migrate. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, I will trade.
And get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And 2 horses.
7, and horses because you are up to trade 2.
Yeah.
Well, he's there. All right.
Right.
You got to do something.
So I think it's a migrate.
Okay.
Or you could also just attack me here.
Or
Oh, I guess that's
Here.
effectively the same thing
Ends up being
say
the same
right,
thing.
and it costs actually less resources to
Right.
do that.
so
Yeah.
where are we at?
Yeah,
Limcom.
I'm gonna limcom, so I'm going to attack here.
Yep.
Okay, targeting.
Blue.
Okay. So spending your resource.
Yep.
And you have horses.
Yes.
So, and I can support 1.
Right.
So that's 4.
You're hitting on 4s. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hitting on 4 downs, you need
Hitting on
hits.
1s.
Yep.
Where are those snake eyes I keep hearing about?
That ain't it.
Okay.
Edward Horse is first. He currently has no hits. You're currently on 3 hits.
Right.
And he has 4 horses. Let's go ahead and just guarantee
Yep.
that one.
Yeah, that seems correct.
Yeah.
Then 4 horses.
So, and how do we determine a victor?
Whoever loses the more pieces. The victor is the faction which removed fewer pieces. If tied, there is no victor for purposes
Okay.
of influence trading.
So I'll just spend 2 to make sure we lose an equal number of pieces.
You lose. No.
You're going to be losing 1.
He's losing 3.
He only has
Oh.
But I only have 1, so I won't lose 3.
So you trade, there is no
That's why I
victor for
should-
purposes of
Again,
influence.
why do I listen to Ken?
The questions we ask ourselves.
Why do I listen to Ken? That's my own fault.
I mean, if I hadn't rolled reasonably well, it would have been a lockdown.
All right. Timur?
Wow.
Glory to Rome. Woo! So, to be clear, if I migrate, he and I are tied.
So
That's true.
So I should have. I just should have done
Yeah.
that.
we are now doing the special command box of Timur's invasion of Delhi. Legendary Turco-Mongol conqueror turns his eye to India. Only when the Second Timurid Empire's card is drawn, which we just did. Procedure. 1. Mongols attack in the mountain passes. We're ignoring the plunder steps now.
Okay.
It's just mountain passes.
Whoa.
I
Wow,
get,
look at you.
I get a hit. He cannot turn it down, so
It does, and it also doesn't matter.
that guy goes.
Is the other thing.
Then any invaders and my units left move into Punjab. Reinforcements!
Whoa, that's crazy.
And we do it again.
Still nothing.
And I get, and he also can't turn it down, and I get a hit.
Yep, all you needed.
So then anybody that was left here would go to Delhi,
Yep.
and we would fight to the death in Delhi until there's either me or him left. Rolling, 3 for the attack, 2 for the defense, until it was done.
So
Aftermath.
if you do a migrate, we're all tied at 11.
Yes.
Oh, I'm pissed right now. I'm so pissed.
Aftermath, I add victory points equal to 3 minus the number of invaders left in Delhi, which is 0. I go from 8 to 11. I'm going to check your scores just because.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct.
Okay.
Final spread, Bamani Kingdom on top, but only just.
Wow.
Not really. I just.
We should be playing Goat and Tiger.
We should be playing the Goat and Tiger game.
Woo!
Nice job, Ken.
I mean,
Nice job. Well played.
honest to God,
This was great. This is amazing.
I was like, there's no
what are you
chance.
looking at me for?
Honest to God, I was like, there's no chance he doesn't just take me out.
Consider in the past when I told you you two should go after each other more. One of you was always going to end up eating that, either because you were the best loser, or you won. So, should have went after each other more.
No, I should have just taken the guaranteed.
Tie.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
Which, to be
Because-
clear, we all would have been stacked up. Let's talk about the tiebreaker because it's funny. So, to be clear, this is a Bamani Kingdom win. In the event of a tie in both victory points and resources, which for the record, resources is the tiebreaker, so actually Ken would have won.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit
But
better.
there is there's a tertiary tiebreaker that you can optionally play the Goat and Tiger game, which is the separate board that comes in the box, and there are rules for it in the back of the rule book, and it's just
an abstract.
Yeah, just a little space hopping abstract game about capturing your opponent's pieces, which I think is wonderful. But the first tiebreaker is more resources, so Ken would have won after his final trade.
Yeah.
So there were 2 left, both for pro Ken.
But I mean, I'm
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Mm. Oh well. So, all right. Thoughts on this by itself or with as a coin, however you want to see that.
I'll do both because by itself as just a war game, obviously we have coin experience. I really enjoy it. I like the asymmetry between the one side and the two, where it's
The counterinsurgent.
the counterinsurgent,
Yeah,
the counterinsurgent and the insurgent.
Or I guess
Because it's not a 2v1 game, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not, or nor is it like Liberty or Death, where it is the Americans and the British fighting with native and French allies, which
Sort
they
of,
can win,
right,
sort of, right? It's kind of nebulous. No, this is pretty clear that we're all fighting each other.
right.
yeah.
I like the tension of Just a Robin Hood does this too, where we don't get the foresight like you do in a lot of coin games, where you see the card and the next card.
Yeah.
You only see the card that's acting now. Obviously, there's a lot of stay eligible in this game, so like you can loop yourself a few times, but I think that provides a lot of grease to the wheels of the game. I'd love to play this as one of the insurgent factions. It's my third play of it as Delhi, because it's my copy, I've taught it and whatever.
Sure.
So I'd love to play one of the insurgents, but in comparison to all the other coin games, I would show this first, because you could say the same about Just a Robin Hood, but it's even weirder because it's just 2-player. But this by itself, because it has the big map, it has kind of entanglement conflict because there's 3 of us all fighting each other, and the interesting 4th Mongol, the Mongol dimension, which we occasionally get sent to throughout the course of the game. I think I would use this as the on-ramp for coin, right? Because I think in the past, when I first started to get into it, it was like, oh, you got to learn to play Cuba Libre. That is the one you learn first, and then maybe you'll bounce off into one of the other weirder ones.
Yeah.
Indian Abyss, I know it's the first one in the series, it doesn't get bandied about as the one. It's Cuba Libre.
Well, it's Cuba. Well, to be fair, Indian Abyss honestly is Cuba Libre-ish, but on a bigger map.
Which is one of the things I actually really hate about Cuba Libre is how the map is so linear and small.
Yeah.
This fixes that for me. There's less of the overt kind of coin chrome that you get. You mentioned it earlier. I would show this, and then I own Cuba Libre, so I could, we could do that. But then, I'd rather jump to something even weirder. I like Liberty or Death more. I think I'd want to learn one of the other ones, but maybe even one of the other medieval or Roman period ones, Falling Sky, or maybe not. What is it? Pendragon? Maybe not Pendragon.
Yeah, Pendragon.
But Falling.
I'm curious about that one.
It seems like a lot, but I would really interested to do like Falling Sky. Or go all the way in, and what is it? Distant Plain, which is just nuts.
Yeah.
Right. So.
What do you think? This guy.
Yeah.
I won't even mention him.
The artist formerly known as Ken.
Yeah. It makes me feel a little better to know that I would have won no matter what.
You can do anything you want in your last stream. Go ahead. What do you think?
So, as is often the case with games, after our first play, I was pretty lukewarm.
Yeah.
It was fine. Didn't blow me away. I am more excited about it after the second play.
What is that?
I can see how each of the positions can be played excitingly, interestingly, right? I think what happened in our first game that kind of deflated the game a little bit is that Kyle just ended up getting his butt kicked by the Mongols.
Yeah, I got whacked by the Mongols in the pre-play.
It left a power vacuum. And so, Edward's score was a little lower than where he was. My score, I think, was maybe 1 higher than where mine is. But Kyle was down at 2 or something.
I'll tell you the spread in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, that just was less interesting. This game is much more interesting with an in-command Delhi Sultanate, which is what Kyle was this time.
But I always felt tenuous. You keep going, but it always felt tenuous.
Right. Right.
The spread in our pre-play was 13 for Bomani, 7 for the VJ, and 4 for me.
Yeah.
Which I actually don't think I lost any points in. I might have lost 1 point
Yeah.
in Teamer, but like
You got hammered down.
I didn't deal with it early enough. But anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So, I think that, ironically, is longer. And one of the things I liked about it the most the first time is that it played pretty fast. It did not play that fast tonight.
No.
Right.
No.
Part of it, again, streaming is going to always add at least an hour onto this.
Yeah.
Roll that up with the brief teach, the overview as well. Which if it was just us sitting down to play, we'd still be chatting.
And part of that is we had harder decisions.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
More
so
balanced game.
Well, and like, so
Or
you're operating
because it's
you're operating the PTZ tonight too.
Sure.
So like, 30% of your brain is doing that other stuff.
Oh, it's
So when it comes,
I'm always slower
when you come
because
to
of
the
that.
decision, that's hard. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm now in a place where I would say I would happily play this again, and if I did play it again, I would want to try one of the other factions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
I strongly encourage trying this for anyone else who wants to play the game.
Yeah.
If you have experience in coin, you
Yeah.
can play whatever you want, but this is such an interesting position because it is unique at the table when you play
Mm-hmm.
this game. You two are roughly parallel lines. You're a little more, the VJ are a little more of like a strategic political faction where the Bomani Kingdoms are the horse guys. You do big smack
Right.
up.
And you can be like a huge money faction sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
But
But-
it's so close.
So for me, I kind of felt about the same as Ken. Like, I think it's a great jumping off point for the coin system. However, I'm going to caveat that with if your group plays heavier games already, you don't need this.
yeah, that's fair.
If you are wanting to get people into heavier games and either the theme appeals to them, this being, mid whatever,
Medieval
ancient.
India. Ancient compared to other games.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to help. Or if they're not necessarily heavy gamers and you want to try and be like, hey, maybe, then this is a great jumping off point. But if you're already playing heavier games,
You could.
you can skip it
Yeah.
and go straight into the actual coin. Now, the interesting thing, I've never played Guest of Robin Hood. I will, but it doesn't appeal to me. It's fantasy, and that's the least of my interests.
Yeah.
But the thing I find interesting is you have Guest and you have Vijayanagara. They're both pretty simple, relatively speaking. They're pretty light,
Yeah.
coin scale wise.
Yeah.
The third one coming, Cross Bronx Expressway, is very much not that. It is way, way heavy, considerably heavier. So it's not an ICS thing. It's just pick a theme that appeals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we fall into a trap. We fall into a trap of saying like, oh, they're just coined a little simpler. They're jumping off point. I think this one is a good jumping off point.
It very much is.
I don't. If you want, like, if you have people who play right, I'm going to use this with my other play group that's not heavy card,
Right.
who I can play heavier games with. I kind of have to lead them into it, right? I would not suggest Jest as a teaching tool for coin. It's not a coin game. It's a hidden movement game.
Oh, interesting.
And a hidden information game
Right,
that has coin
so-
trappings. It's really truly just it's variations on a theme,
Right.
as opposed to just these are here and the other ones are here. They're just separate bubbles. It's
Right,
not a linear ranking, right? This one is the most obvious because big map, eligibility
play,
flow chart,
situation, yeah.
one deck of cards, multiple players, whereas the other ones seem
However,
different.
when I say, okay, if you play heavier games already, you can skip this. On the flip side of that, just to argue against my own point that I made, this is a school night coin.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing,
Yeah,
can-
it's a 2-hour game,
Yeah.
right? Like if we weren't streaming and we just said, hey, you want to get together and play a game tonight, we bust this out in 2 hours.
100%.
And that to me, is the big appeal
Yeah.
of this game. And again, if the history interests you, it's a part of history I'm completely ignorant about. So one thing I love about these games is it makes me want to either read something, listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, whatever it might be, and learn about a part of history that it's completely, pun intended, foreign to me. And I love that about these games. And I think they did this felt it is I felt as much I got satisfied, the coin itch satisfied from this game.
Yeah.
And it's not a less than. It's just smaller and some of the chrome stripped away, but it's still very much a coin game.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. And the fact that it plays in 2 hours as opposed to an entire day for some of the other bigger ones, that's awesome. That's a fantastic thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this has the coin soul.
Yes, very
Right?
much so.
Which is, I mean, I think all of this is definitely mechanically what makes a coin. But I also think, when I think about like how it feels to play a coin, how it feels is that you can see what you need to do, but you can't do it this turn. You have to work up to it.
Yes.
Tempo.
Yep.
And in the process of working up to it, you're sticking your neck out in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This game makes you do that all the time too. Right? Like, it's like, oh, well, just take that command and decree and hope it's okay.
Or
Hope you don't get totally screwed the next turn, right?
Yeah. Oh, I was terrified of it in this game at times.
Yeah.
I really was.
But I think we got educated on that from the pre-play where we talked about it. You and I did a lot of events and like stay eligible and small
We
things.
did a lot of candy.
10 command
Meat
and
and
decree
potatoes.
ineligible, command and decree ineligible, and hit it and crush.
And crushed us.
Crushed us.
And we learned from that.
Right.
But at the same time, as you get more and more experience with these, you also see the tempo, but also the retaliation that it can be. It's a fine line, right?
And I think I think you're always going to want to take the command and decrees in the early game. But once you build into a relatively settled position, it's a game of inches.
Exactly what happened in ours, right? Yeah.
Which you can
And-
see the settled positions pretty clearly on the board. Most of us have built up in the places we command.
Yeah.
Right.
With the exception of if you had 1.5 more actions, you would have tried to take this from me.
I would have. I would have tried to figure out a way to rebel.
Ford and 2 emirs. Ford and 2 emirs. Ford and 4, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Edward. I managed to take Tamilakhan and Gondwana off of him in the last couple turns, but you can see where he owns it. It's his.
Yep.
And then you can see where I am, up here.
Yep.
And I mean, this looks an awful lot like, I think, what the Bomani Kingdom was supposed to look like. And this looks an awful lot like what Vijayanagara was supposed to look like, right?
Counter to history, I survived.
Hey, congratulations.
I did it, everyone.
I think you survived in some form.
Yeah.
Historically.
It's
Just not as the
well, but it's the through line. The
hegemon of India.
Timur comes in and down the line, and Babur, they become the Mughals, which
Right.
then the Mughals carry through. And someone mentioned Pax and John Company, and
Yeah.
it's the same people. We mentioned the Kohinoor Diamond. It's the same history that we play in the other games, and we can see still echoed today.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So again, I think really well done. I think it shows well, it plays well, it's a lot of fun, and it has interesting and difficult decisions, which really, for the games that we enjoy, that's what we want out of these games, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, well done, everybody. So, all right, that's it. That's Vijayanagara. Big thanks to, Kyle, first off, for getting us a copy of this, as well as these guys for taking the time. I appreciate that Matthew and Severio. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
And everybody else that watch, I appreciate y'all taking the time. Like, subscribe, consider supporting Patreon, and like I said, reach out to GMT. Tell them if you find what we do valuable. That
Let them know.
Just let them know. We appreciate that. That really does make a difference. So we'll be back on Thursday and Friday with more stuff. So Edward.
Ken?
Kyle.
And I still hate this guy. Remind me never, ever to listen to this dude again. Ever. I'm so...
Don't look at me,
It's
man.
my
Don't
own
look at-
fault.
don't
It's
look at
my
me.
own fault.
It didn't matter.
Oh!
You see that, right? Have a good night.
With a smile on his face. Cut the camera.